Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Here we go, folks. Monday night, Sports Hounds are live exclusively on A2DRadio.com. I'm Rob Brinkman. Brad Ryer's in the house. Tom Arnone joining us for the Sports Hounds pregame show, previewing Eagles Seahawks. Big game, kind of for both teams. You know, Rams lose yesterday. Seahawks can jump back into first place. Eagles, this is it. This is where we're at. You got to win. You got to do something.
Do or die.
And it sucks that, this has to be this way against such a good team like Seattle. This is what happens when you blow 17-point leads to the Washington football team in week 1. This is what happens when you tie the Cincinnati Bengals in week 3 or week 4. This is what happens when you lay an egg out the bye against the New York football Giants. This is where we're at the Sports Hounds, A2D, Eagles pregame show. Brad Ryer, Tom Arnone, myself, Rob Brinkman. We'll be back on later, fourth quarter live reactions and postgame show. Tommy and a whole new cast of characters from our team here at A2D. First things first, business. Sports Hounds brought to you each and every week by he's our doc, make him yours too, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. 3 convenient locations, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton. Like I said, he's our doc, make him yours too. Also brought to you by the gutter and deck experts of South Jersey. Ambuck Services, 856-879-5530. Tell them A2D Radio sent you. Get that friends and family discount. It's real simple tonight, the poll. The Philadelphia Eagles will beat the Seattle Seahawks. Each and every week, our poll is brought to you by Philly Drinkers, LLC. Holiday season is here. Get your friends and family some A2D garb at phillydrinkersllc.com. There's promo codes on our Facebook page. Like, subscribe, share. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope. You miss anything here, download this podcast form, Spreaker, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes. Takeover's real. A2D Radio is everywhere. Let's get down to business, guys. Now, I have a reputation here at A2D Radio to be a knee-jerk Brink, Mr. Negative Nancy. But, guys, this morning I woke up, drinking my coffee, looked outside, looked at the weather report. A whole bunch of factors go into the hunch that I think the Eagles can show up tonight and maybe steal a game. The weather's awful here in the Northeast Corridor. You guys are in Jersey. I'm in PA. They just had Doug Peterson on ESPN Monday Night Countdown. It was absolutely pouring in the background. That contributes. Russell Wilson, maybe that high-flying offense, maybe won't be so high-flying tonight. You're getting 6 points. Points are going to be at a premium. That's one factor. Every time since 2017, 2016, if you want to include the whole Doug Peterson regime, every time this team is counted out, their backs are against the wall, and they got to have one, they get one. The Eagles are 7-1 in their last 8 home Monday Night Football games. So I'm looking at the line tonight, getting the preview. I'm getting 6. The over-under is 48.5. I'm liking the Eagles plus 6. I'm liking under 48.5. I think the Eagles, I think they get one tonight. How about it? How about it, Brad? Brad, am I crazy?
Yeah, you are crazy. I think the Eagles will cover because of the weather, but as sloppy as they've been the last few weeks, I just don't see that turning around. Carson has been a turnover machine all season. He hasn't been able to right the ship. It's been going on and on with him all year. I think right now, if Seattle gets an early lead, there's no telling what could happen. The fans will start booing. Then you're going to see Hurts out there. And
no fans.
No fans. Okay. Well, that'll help. But that'll help it. You're going to see Hurts out there, and I mean, this could be a real ugly game tonight for Eagles if Wentz starts turning the ball over. I don't like it. The Eagles don't. The Eagles play poorly against teams who have quarterbacks who can move around. I mean, Daniel Jones had a field day against them twice running the football. Lamar Jackson was insanely good against them running the football. Now you've got the best running football quarterback in the NFL, and Russell Wilson playing tonight. I mean, you know, all due respect to the rain and everything, but when they have the wind to their back, whoever has the wind, when the Seahawks have the wind, I just don't see how the Eagles can stop them.
Tommy, you're a coach. You're a competitor. When's enough? How many times does this team have to go out there Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whatever it may be, get their teeth kicked down their throats, get roasted by people like us, get roasted by the dial, get roasted by the fans, until the leaders within that locker room can rally the troops, whether it's Doug, Carson, Brandon Graham, whoever it is, and say enough's enough. It's time to show up. It's time to get a win.
Tonight. I mean, listen, if there's going to be a time that your quarterback ever has a good game, if there's ever a time he needs to, it's tonight. Okay? Like, you don't get more back against the wall than everything that's been reported this week. All right? When there's smoke, there's that much fire. When you're talking about Jeffrey Lurie's reporting, there's reports about Jeffrey Lurie that he was the mastermind behind drafting Jalen Hurts. And if Carson struggles, he wants Hurts in the night. There is so much pressure riding on 11 tonight. And tonight's the night where you find out what's between the legs. Tonight's the night. Listen, I don't want to hear about weapons. I don't want to hear about nothing tonight. You have the ability, when you were drafted number 2 overall, to move around in the pocket. Don't tell me he can't move around in the pocket anymore. The first few games of the year, that's all he was doing, and he was doing it well. He can. So I need him to run for 10. I need him to run for 15. On a 3rd and 8. Right? I need you to run and break down a defense and extend the drive. They're the only chances you have of winning tonight is him doing the extra. Right? Is he capable of it? We're going to find out tonight. We're going to find out a lot about not only what we think about this coaching staff, what we think about this defense. I know Seattle's so much better than us, but coming into this year with this defense, we expected it to be way better than it was. Coming into the year with this offense, we expected it to be way better than it has been. So Brad will agree with this. I know you do, Rob. When you pay a quarterback $100 million, he's there to make up for some flaws. I need you tonight to make up for some of them flaws. And that's what separates the top 10 guys from just guys.
Here's the problem, Tom. The offensive line is really banged up. Okay? You're not going to see Lane Johnson anymore. He's gone. God only knows how Jason Peters is going to play tonight. He's banged up, and you know he's not going to be playing a lot of plays tonight. I mean, how are they going to be able to protect their quarterback?
He's got to listen. He's got to make plays with his legs. When you're drafted 2 like he was, Brad, he was drafted 2 because he's a playmaker. If I wanted Jared Goff, I would have traded up to 1 and got a pocket QB. Jared Goff rolls out more than Carson Wentz does. It's a joke. He needs to get outside the pocket, make plays. I'm tired of watching Mahomes and all these other guys that he has similar skill sets to do all these things. A guy tonight, Russell Wilson, can run around. All these guys that can run around. He needs to use his, like Daniel Jones up in New York, runs around. Run around a little bit. Run around. And Chris, make up for flaws? Yeah, you pay a guy $100 million to make up for some. Donovan did it here forever offensively. So I don't want to hear it can't be done with running guys. He can be able to run. I'm so sick of it. He's not a pocket quarterback. Get him moving.
Now,
let's go.
We look at this game, and you look at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks, let's be honest, guys. The Seattle Seahawks defense, it's nothing special. It's not the 85 Bears. I thought they were going to take a step. When Jamal Adams came back from injury. They didn't. They're not that great.
They've given up 280 points.
A lot. I don't have the numbers in front of me.
How many points did they give up? Hold on, let me see.
I think they've given up like 280 points, right? Something like that. That's a lot of points.
A lot. They get roasted. They get roasted consistently. This isn't the Legion of Boom.
Games is a lot of points, guys. That's 28
280.
280, right?
Yeah, so that's what we get 10 games in.
I do my homework. They scored about 330, 340 points though, which would tell you how they're winning games. They just outscore the other team.
But this is a Darius Slay game for me. You have DK Metcalf coming to town yet again.
Yeah, 287, Brad. 287. That's what they're giving up. 287.
Okay, I mean, hard to be exact on the notes, Tom, but you know,
you're exact. You're exact enough.
I don't write this stuff down. No notes, remember?
that's four touchdowns a game.
Yeah, they're not playing good.
But to me, you have DK Metcalf coming to town again, a legitimate. I mean, he might be a top 5 receiver in the whole league. He's got double-digit touchdowns. The J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, DK Metcalf comparisons have been thrown out there ad nauseum. This is a game. I need a guy that I paid big money, made a big trade for in Detroit. I need Darius Slay to make DK Metcalf a non-factor.
What about Tyler Lockett?
That's an issue because Avonte Maddox stinks.
Yeah, that
stinks. And Nicole Roby-Coleman, who they brought in, who was a pretty good nickel corner from the Los Angeles Rams a year ago, he stinks too. I haven't seen anything out of him.
Yeah, I mean,
it's time for those two guys to sack up, and I'm counting on Slay tonight. I don't think you're not going to hold DK Metcalf to a goose egg, but you can keep him out of the end zone. You can keep him getting loose deep, and that significantly improves your chances to win.
You can't let him pull a Tyreek Hill on you. That's the whole point. You can't let
Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett's the issue.
Yeah,
if you're better like me and Tom and Brad, Tyler Lockett's my first touchdown prediction tonight. I think it pays 7-1. If he scores a touchdown in the game, you get your money back. Obviously, I made that bet. I made that bet before I realized that the weather was going to be shit. So take it for what it's worth.
That's better now.
You're going to get the 2 quarters.
So I mean, we'll see. But I need this secondary. Yeah, we talk about the defensive line a lot. They get paid big money. Like, you got to get after Wilson a little bit. But you need this secondary to step up. Jalen Mills. Look good, feel good, play good.
Who?
He's got Jalen Mills. I know, right? The Green Goblin. Formerly the Green Goblin. He plays safety now. You wouldn't know it based on this season.
No weather issue, boys. There's no weather. It's all clear now. So.
Okay.
It's all clear. Okay.
All weather in the predictions. That's over.
Well, what you got to do is make sure that you got to make sure that you got the turnover battle, that you win the turnover battle. Because if Wentz starts turning the ball over, if he commits 3 turnovers and Seattle doesn't commit any, that's when the blowouts happen. And the Eagles have to match them with turnovers, whether it's 3-3 or 0-0. They can't let the Seahawks start turning over Wentz and not getting turnovers back, because that's where they're gonna get in trouble. If you give them a short field, Seattle, that is, if you give Seattle a short field, you're dead.
I don't think the Eagles have won the turnover battle once this year through 10 games.
I'm just gonna laugh.
Which is terrible.
Yeah, I'll just laugh. It's a joke. This defense got a lot of money over there. I'm tired of freaking hearing about it. A lot of money over there. Who wants to take a ball away or 2 or 3 tonight? That's the only shot you have to win tonight. You got to take the football away.
And then you want to look at the Eagles' offense against that defense. I totally agree. You have to roll Carson out. Now, what I would do to try and simplify things for Carson, I think Carson, and I've thought it for weeks, and me and Brad have talked about it here on Mondays, I think Carson has entirely too much freedom at the line of scrimmage. Entirely. He changes the play so much, I don't know if he's making bad audible calls or Doug is just a dope and calling clueless plays.
No, it's the audibles. I mean, Brad.
I agree with you.
I've been watching it more and more every week, and I don't have a problem with it. You're a franchise quarterback. I want you to have that carte blanche if you're doing it right? So everybody bitches about Doug running the football, and I've been telling people, you realize he's changing the play all the time? Like, you got to change the play all the time. Like, I got 2 eyes, and they work pretty well. And it's not just protection changing. He's changing plays, and that's fine. But guess what? Maybe your eyes aren't seeing the right things. Maybe you should just play missionary and go old school and just say, what do you got? Okay, that's what we're running. You know what I mean? And run what they ask you to do. So change something up. When you're scoring like 17 a game, it feels like, right? You got to do something different. Hurry up offense, something different.
But
I think the hurry up offense is the best. Is the best suggestion I've heard. So I don't know that Carson is entirely healthy enough to be running around back there all the time. But I do think if you up tempo the offense and you don't let Seattle make their changes and try to wear them out, I think that would be a good idea. I like that idea out of all the ideas you guys have had so far.
But getting back to the audibles, the pre-snap stuff. Look, I love Carson Wentz. And we talked about it on Fan Friday, Tommy, with some of the people. They chimed in. We're going to do it again next Friday. You want to be on the show? You want to be on A2D? You want to talk? You listen to Fan Friday. You drop your email in, and you get to be on with whatever cast of characters we come up with on Friday nights. But running the ball, rolling them out. Carson Wentz is not Peyton Manning. Carson Wentz is not Tom Brady. He's a different type of player. He's more that Favre, Roethlisberger, playmaker, Donovan McNabb type guy. I don't think Carson Wentz can wow you with his football IQ. Now, he's a professional football player. He was second pick in the draft. He's had success his whole life. He obviously has some baseline of football IQ. I'm not saying he's a total dope when it comes to the X and O's of football, because he's not. He wouldn't have almost won as an MVP in 2017 if he was an X and O dope. But I do think it's a different skill set to go to the line, look at the defense, and then check into something different. I think that's a whole different skill set. We saw Peyton Manning do it all the time. We see Tom Brady do it all the time. You know, those top upper echelon, Patrick Mahomes is starting to do it successfully. Top echelon guys. I think Carson Wentz is a top echelon guy. I don't think he's earned the right to have that freedom at the line of scrimmage. Go back to 2017. Watch him pre-snap. He's just calling what's seeing, and if it breaks down, he rolls out and he goes and makes something happen because he's a play maker. That's all. And then if he doesn't change the play, then we can get a true evaluation of the offensive mind or lack thereof of our head football coach. Because if he's not changing the plays and the offense is still stale, vanilla, and nothing's happening, then I think we can kind of pinpoint more of what the problem is here on offense in Philadelphia. And I need Miles Sanders tonight. I need balance. I need no fumbles. I need no drops. I need the Miles Sanders that marched us all the way down the field into the red zone against Cleveland on, I believe it was our opening drive, and then he gets inside the 10 and he wants to fumble the ball. I can't have that tonight. So I need Carson to just trust the coaches, as dumb, as Stu Nod as they may be, run what's called and make something happen if it breaks down. And I need Miles Sanders to provide this offense balance. I need, like, it's Miles Sanders. If before this game starts, say he has, is Miles Sanders a top 10 running back in this league?
No.
He talks like he is.
Yeah, he does. But
a lot of guys do that, but no, he's not.
Not right now. You got to hold on to the football, make plays, and be healthy. like I can rattle off guys that are better than him right now. I mean, and we're not going to do that because it's easier. But come on, dude. Your biggest not coming out of Penn State was holding on to the football. Well, that's been your biggest issue since you got to this show, and really this year, a lot of first drive fumbles, which are backbreakers too. So, he's got to play better. He's got to catch the ball out of the backfield better. It's not this one guy who hasn't played good. When you talk about this entire roster, you're talking about everybody. You might be able to pull out one or two guys who have played good, but for the most part, nobody's played good. And now tonight, I'm putting the pressure on my franchise QB to raise level of guys around him. Tonight's the night. He's got to raise the level of guys around him. You know what franchise quarterbacks do in big spots like this? They play their best goddamn game. Okay? So, time's yours now. I love Carson, but time's yours. You got to come out and play well tonight. There's no excuses tonight. If he doesn't play well, I don't think Jalen Hurts is the answer, but I'll go to him. You understand? I know he's not the answer, but I'll go to him because accountability is all we have. Accountability is all we have. So sometimes you got to tell somebody, hey, you're just not playing good right now. Doesn't mean you're losing your job next week, but right now you are. So hopefully we don't have that conversation tonight. He comes out and plays his best game of the season.
Sometimes taking a seat can be, and Brad, we're going to go to you for your keys to an Eagles victory in 1 second, but sometimes you grab some pine and it helps in the long run. And you're absolutely right, Tom. It doesn't mean he's not the franchise quarterback. It doesn't mean he's benched forever. It means he's got to take a seat. 2008, it was the same type of vanilla season. I remember like it was yesterday. It was the Sunday before Thanksgiving. The Eagles went down. They were playing a loaded Baltimore team. I think they lost the AFC Championship game to the Steelers that year. Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, Flacco in his prime. Just a loaded team. McNabb, he wasn't doing nothing. They were getting smoked. Andy Reid pulled the plug on Donovan McNabb at halftime in favor of, coincidentally, a second-round pick in Kevin Kolb that was another baffling draft pick by this organization. Kevin Kolb went in there. Ultimately, I think it still stands as the longest interception return for a touchdown, 109 yards by Ed Reed. That's Kevin Kolb's career highlight, throwing a 109-yard pick six to Ed Reed. And then the next week, McNabb's back in there, and guess what? They go on a huge winning streak. They make the playoffs by the skin of their teeth after beating Dallas 44-6, and they came up just a pubic hair short of going to the Super Bowl, losing to the Arizona Cardinals on the road.
Real quick, Mike, we send our condolences, brother. Mike Rain was saying, not going to be easy watching tonight's game without my dad being here with me. Really miss him. We're sending our condolences, brother. Hopefully they get a win. Hopefully they get a win. That's all you
Here you go. Juju for Mike. But sometimes a seat grabbing some pine can help you. Now, obviously, I'd rather it not come to that. I'd rather Carson just play good and Jalen Hurts just sit on the sideline with a clipboard. But, the fact that we're talking about Jalen Hurts is an indictment of Carson Wentz right now. All right, Brad, you're a Giants fan. You're an Eagles hater, but you do a good job keeping it real and being unbiased when it comes to when the show goes live. So you don't think the Eagles are going to win tonight, rightfully so.
And it's not because it's not just because I'm a Giant fan. Okay.
What needs to happen in your eyes for the Eagles to pull off this upset?
They're going to need to score a special teams touchdown.
Oh, okay. It's over then.
Or a pick six. They're going to have to get a pick six. One of those two. Okay. They're going to have to win the battle of field position, and they have to, above all, win the battle of turnovers. Wentz can't be killing them with these turnovers. I mean, he's been. I thought Daniel Jones was bad with the turnovers. Wentz makes him look like Joe Montana with the bull safety. I mean, it's ridiculous. He can't keep doing this. I mean, he's been just killing the Eagles with these dumb passes. I mean, listen, I watch enough Eagle games. That game against Cleveland, he was terrible. Like some of the passes he made, the screen pass was mind-boggling. I mean, you go and I know Miles Sanders fumbles, right? So okay, but then the Browns go on a 95-yard drive, okay, and then they're stopped on 4th and inches at the 1-yard line, okay, and then Carson goes out and throws a pick six. You can't do that, especially against this team. The Browns are not a good offensive team. I don't care how many great running backs they have. They are not a good offensive team. You put 8 guys in the box, you will hold them down, okay? Plain and simple. That was a game. Their record, they are not an 8-3 team. I don't give a crap what their record is and who they played. They're not an 8-3 team. I watched that team. They're ugly, okay? That's the ugliest 8-3 team I've ever seen, okay? The whole point with Wentz is he has to play smart, okay? If he sees the pass rush, either throw the ball away or take the sack. Start playing smart. Stop trying to do things that you're not capable of doing. If you're running to your left, okay, and we've seen Wentz, he cannot go to his left. Let's just be honest, okay? When he goes to his left, he runs the ball, and that's when he seems to always get sacked and throw interceptions and everything else. If he's running to his left, throw the damn ball away. Or put the ball down and run with it. But he's got to take care of the ball. I mean, he's so careless back there. And this year, that's been really his problem, the biggest problem he's had all year. It's with the turnovers. It's got to stop, and it's got to stop tonight. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if they lose the game tonight, okay, next week you got Green Bay in Green Bay. And Green Bay right now is lighting it up. You know, I know they beat Green Bay last year, but that was last year. This Eagle team this year, I don't know. Every week I expect to see them play like they did a couple of years ago. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. They didn't do it against Cincinnati. So you figure, all right, well, you know what? They'll wake up against the Ravens. Nope. You know, and then you see. Oh well, you know, now they're playing the Giants again. They own the Giants. Well, nope. The Giants came out the first drive, took the lead, and never looked back. You know, and then you get that game against Cleveland. I'm sorry, that was a terrible game. And they seem to be getting worse and worse and worse. And you know what? Tonight could be rock bottom. Or if they win this game tonight, then they can get themselves a little confidence going into Green Bay and some of these other places they're going to have to play. They're going to have to play the Cardinals. Okay, don't forget that. They're going to have to play the Saints. And hopefully when they play the Saints, Drew Brees won't be in there. And Taysom Hill will still be the quarterback. So maybe they'll have a chance to win that game. But it starts tonight, and they got to wake up. I mean, it's if I'm an Eagles fan right now, I'm beyond frustrated. Because the difference between the Eagles and the Giants, the Eagles actually have a lot of talent on their team. I mean, the Giants are just overachieving right now, and their coach is doing a nice job, and they're believing and they're gritty and they're tough and they're gutty. But they're not exactly a high talent team. The Eagles are better than that. The Eagles have a lot of talent. There is no reason why they shouldn't be playing better, and there's no reason why they can't raise their level of play. Just stop turning the ball over. Period.
Couldn't agree more. I think, like I said it earlier on the show, I really believe you talk about keys to the game. I think Carson plays his cleanest football to date tonight. Like, I think he plays his best game. Now, if that's going to translate to a win, I don't know. But there's no, I mean, you can't put more pressure on him than what's been reported all week. And in a big game on Monday night. I mean, he has to play well, so that's going to be a big part of it. But at the end of the day, they got to take the football away. You know, they got to get to Russell Wilson. I mean, it's not like you can never get to Russell Wilson. I mean, people have gotten to him. He's been sacked before. I mean, it's not easy, but you can get to him. I mean, it's not like he's Houdini and never been sacked. Like there's times teams get to him. Our front four is paid a lot of goddamn money. So tonight they got to go eat and they got to go chew him up. All right, little Russell, we got to go chew up little Russell tonight. I love Russ, but we got to go beat him up tonight. And it's doable. People do it. It's been done. He's not unbeatable. I love Russ, but like any other quarterback, you go get him early up the middle, you can make problems all game for guys. So it starts with our defense getting off the field on third downs, common sense stuff, but they got to take the football away twice in some fashion and not turn it over themselves. And that's how they can win the game tonight. That's really the only way. I think they'll stop the run well. They've been doing a better job with that. I mean, outside of like Chubb had a monster run against them, but for the majority of that game, they did well in the run game. But we'll see. I mean, I'm not overly worried about Carlos Hyde and Chris Carson, to be honest with you. I'm more worried about Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. So I got to get pressure on him. I got to beat him up. I got to take the football away. And my quarterback has to raise the level of everybody on this offense tonight. You know what I mean? I don't care who's playing with them. You got to raise the level of guys and figure out a way to get it done.
There's enough there. Since the bye week against the Giants, and then they played Cleveland, and now they're playing tonight. I might have missed a game in there, but I don't think I did. There's been enough since this team came back from the bye from a skill position standpoint for Carson to flourish, to be better than what he's been. So I don't want to hear that. Look, the receivers, they are what they are. They're not that good. Like Fulgham, everyone wanted to make T-shirts about him. He's disappeared. Can I get Fulgham back? Can I get Greg Ward? Jalen Rager's been healthy. He's a first-round pick. I don't know where J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is, nor do I care. But I'm missing a receiver.
Rob, he's got an umbrella. Mommy's got an umbrella for him. It's raining.
Oh,
now.
That's good. Well, it's not raining anymore, supposedly.
Still doesn't want him getting wet, Rob.
Am I missing a receiver? Alshon Jeffrey. Like, Goddard's back. Like, Richard Rodgers is made. Like, there's enough here from a skill position standpoint for Carson to flourish tonight. For Carson to have flourished in the 3 games since the bye. So I want to hear now The offensive line's a different story. We touched on that. It's banged up. It's a makeshift line, but you got to band together. We're one of the best offensive line coaches in the league. It's time for them to put a unit together and block somebody, hit someone in the mouth. Now, Tom, you mentioned getting off the field on third down. Obviously, that's a critical aspect to the game against a great quarterback like Carson Wentz. How about third down conversions on offense? Can I convert a couple of third downs tonight? Maybe off the back. 0 for 9 against the Giants, and I think they were 2 for 11 against the Browns.
Yo, Rob.
Like 7%.
Rob knows this. Brad, you've been through this enough with the Giants like we have. Everybody has that that's rooted for a team in the NFL. But when your offense is so bad that you're like, just get off the field and hopefully our defense can take it away.
You mean like yesterday after Jones got hurt for the Giants?
Yeah, just get off the field.
And we saw Colt McCoy in there?
Yeah, Colt McCoy side.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, just run the ball 3 times into the line and punt, and our defense will get an interception, which is exactly what they did.
But it's like it should be. It's like the water boy. Remember the water boy where they just took 3 knees and punted the ball to the whatever college offense to keep Bobby Boucher off the field. Like that's what they're doing. Like that's what I feel like I'm watching right now with this team on third. Just punt it. Carson is all-pro tight end. That was a safety blanket over the past few years. Well, I mean, Patrick Taylor. I mean, I saw Zach Ertz play a couple games at the beginning of the year, and all I saw was unprofessional slop out of Zach Ertz because you can't let the contract negotiations, the business side of sports, come onto the field. Look, you want to go home to Julie and your dog and their kids, I don't know what their family situation is, and you want to cuss Howie Roseman out at the dinner table for not giving you George Kittle money, Travis Kelce money with 2 years left. First of all, that doesn't happen with 2 years left on a contract, especially with a GM that's a numbers cruncher nerd like we got here in Philadelphia. You ain't getting – and first and second of all, you're not George Kittle. You're not Travis Kelce. You're significantly worse than them. Now, I understand Zach Ertz. He holds the record for most tight end receptions in the season, but, I mean, come on. Like, any Eagles fan out there that is true to themselves and objective can watch the game of football and realize that Zach Ertz is a tier below, maybe 2 tiers below Kelce and Kittle. So for him to mope around like he did I think he played 3 games before he got hurt, was unprofessional and unacceptable and put him no closer to getting a contract extension, not only from the Eagles, but from anyone across the league. So I don't want to hear any nonsense about Zach Ertz being an all-pro until he plays football and shows me he's that caliber of player. Because right now, Zach Ertz can go kick rocks. I think Dallas Goedert's a better overall tight end than Zach Ertz.
Well, I mean, not an engaged Zach Ertz. An engaged Zach Ertz is still a really good tight end. But a guy like who we've seen, like you referenced early on this year. I mean, guy didn't want to be on the football field. Guy didn't want to fight for his teammates. Guy became a me guy. That's when you become a me guy, right? And there was a disconnect of them two having a rhythm early because Zach didn't care and was so pissed off it got in his head and affected his play. But I mean, it definitely hurts Carson not having him. I mean, like, it's not an excuse. It's just factual. Like, it definitely hurts him. Everything that he dealt with of all kinds of different guys coming and going have hurt him. But tonight's the night where I say I don't care anymore, right? Tonight's the night where I say I don't care what's around you. I know your offensive line's banged up. I know there's been moving parts. I get it. Tonight you got to perform on prime time in a must-win for your football team because still in that locker room, you still should believe you can win a division. Us at home, we can know you're not good enough, but inside the locker room, right, for all the teams in the NFC East, you should all still believe you can win a division. So locker room talk, coach speak, he's got to play his best game tonight. There's no goddamn excuses. And if he does it, then he should sit down. And I haven't said that. The first time I said that was last week. So I'm not a guy who ever wants to sit my franchise quarterback down. But he needs to take care of the football, be decisive, believe what he's saying, right? I mean, the biggest thing, don't see ghosts, right? They talk, as Sam Darnold would say, I mean, trust yourself. Trust your ability. I've never seen a quarterback with so much ability to be able to move around, not move around. Like I didn't draft you number 2 to be in the pocket like Brady. I didn't. Shit. Man.
Brad, what's his leash tonight? What's Carson Wentz? You're the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. What needs to happen for you to pull the plug on Carson Wentz and it to be Jalen Hurts time?
If he starts turning the ball over, that's when he's gone.
So let's say the first drive they come out, he throws some dopey pick.
No, not that
you're
quick.
Sitting him?
Not yet. No.
Tom, you're out like one.
Oh, wait. No. I was joking with Brad.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I wouldn't be that quick because I think I have a lot more respect for Wentz than you guys do because he always beats us. So
no, I mean
not us.
That's part.
You don't have more respect than us. You have more respect than 60% of our fan base. Yeah, but not us.
You have more the Folesian society.
I mean, listen. If you've seen what I've seen the last 3-4 years, okay, you're getting the idea this year. But I mean, this is what we've been seeing for quite a while now. Look, he has to play better. There's no question about that. As far as Ertz, Rob, you have to remember something. He's not Kittle, and he's not Kelsey, and that's unfair to compare him to those guys. Those guys, when they catch the ball, the big difference between them is that when Kittle and Kelsey catch the ball, they're like impossible to stop. They get the ball and they drag guys 10, 15 yards down the field before they go down. And it seems like when Ertz Ertz will catch almost anything thrown to him, but it's like if you just touch him with your finger, he falls down. And that's
no yak Zach.
Yeah,
you earned that nickname.
That's the main difference. But look, he has to play smart tonight. It's a job. He's going to have to do that. And as I said before, and I'm drilling this into your heads, guys, they have to score a defensive touchdown or a special teams touchdown. You cannot expect this offense to get into a shootout with the Seattle Seahawks and win. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks are much more talented offensively right now than the Eagles are. The Eagles,
that's why I need my secondary. That's why I need my secondary, who's been ghosts the entire season. Mills. I can't really roast Rodney McLeod. I think he's one of the sole players on defense that actually is having a pretty good season. But Maddox, Roby Coleman, Jalen Mills, Slay, I mean, he does a pretty decent job in coverage. But, you want to be a top 5 guy. You want to get paid like a top 5 guy, get the monster extension. Like, I need you to take the ball away. Okay, they're not throwing at you. Go stick your nose in there, force a fumble.
Rob, can I answer the other question real quick?
Which one?
The Carson.
Go ahead.
So like, I'm with Brad on this. I give him the halftime, right? Like or maybe I give you when you come out of half, right? That first drive out of half, right? But that's it. That's it. If you're not, if you turn the ball over twice and you've been sloppy and you've been not trusting yourself, and depending on where the game's at too, right? Then I probably say, you know what, come have a seat with me. But I give him that leash to give him enough drives to say, okay, dude, like we're hitting our head against the wall. Right now we're just pounding it against the wall, thinking something's going to change. And the only thing that's going to change you is come seeing it from a different angle. That's it. And hopefully
do it as a spark, Tom. That's the key. You got to do it as a spark. You can't do it as, well, we're going to let him take over the team for the rest of the season. You got to bring him in as a spark. Maybe bring him in for a couple of series and see if he can jumpstart the team.
Yep.
That's to me. If you're going to put him in there, that's how you do it. You don't just put him in there. You just don't throw him in there after an interception or a fumble and say, okay, go win the game for us. Because I don't know that he's capable of doing it, especially his first game.
Who, Hurts?
Yeah.
If Hurts wins this, I'll walk to my mother's house in Florida. If Hurts came in, hopped in and won this game against the Seahawks, I'll walk to Florida. You heard it here. I'll take the walk. I'll be back in a little while. I'll see you guys, but I'll walk it.
Now, I agree with you about the halftime timeline. And a lot of smart Eagles fans have told me, a lot of Carson supporters that are also, objective Eagles fans have told me the same thing as well. Now, what if this defense comes out with their hair on fire? They're playing great. What if the line's giving Carson time? What if everything's going good? Everything we talked about's happening to pull this upset, get yourself back in first place or damn near first place. I don't know how it would work with a win, and the the problem is Carson. Does that accelerate your timeline on Hurts' time, or is it still half?
I mean, if we're playing a game and he's killing us, then I go sooner. Like, I mean, if he's the reason we're like behind, sole reason, and it's that obvious. Thanks, Chris, for the tip, brother, in the super chat. We appreciate it over on YouTube. Absolutely appreciate it. Yeah, Rob, like if he's like the main reason and it's earlier in the game and our defense is playing great and other things are going well, but he's sloppy, then I think maybe you got to. I mean, Brad's right. It's all about the spark. It's all about timing of it, right? It's all about the perception and the timing of it. So, I mean, I trust enough in Doug to know when that time's right. Hey, Doug's been around long enough. I mean, I know Doug's getting a lot of criticism, and rightfully so this year, but, I mean, he's a good head coach, man. I just think he took more on his plate than he should have, right? Like that. Like, nobody should go without an offensive coordinator. Like, Sean McVay tried it last year, and you see how that aged for him. All right, his offense looked like a shot. Then he looked like he knew how to call plays, right? So it's too much on head coaches at the professional level to call their own plays, too. It's just too much. It's too much. You got to always have a guy next to you. Like, sometimes you don't got to reinvent the game. You know what I mean? Like, everybody that tries to do it fails at it. So why try it? You know what I mean? If you always, Brad, you always want to have that guy next to you to say, hey, you run a series or two. I'm struggling. You know what I mean? You always want that.
Even Bill Belichick doesn't call his own plays. Okay? I mean, McDaniels calls the plays. Okay? I mean, that if that doesn't tell you all you need to know about stuff like that, then I don't know what does. The only thing Belichick will do is if he says run it when they're before the play, when the play's being called, if he chips it and goes run it, then they're going to run it. But other than that, no, absolutely not. I mean,
what did they say to Slay on Twitter, Nikki? Nikki said they were throwing shade at Slay on Twitter. Who was the Seahawks? Wow. Don't get burnt.
I mean, all right. I mean, there you have it. I mean, I'm disappointed that it takes that to get him fired up. If you want to be one of the best corners in the league, supposedly, I need you fired up without Twitter nonsense. But let's go. I mean, they're throwing shade at you. They think they're going to throw on you. Like, let's go. One thing I don't like, and what almost made me waffle on my hunch before we came in the air, because, I mean, my job doesn't allow me to be on my phone, really at all. I can check it a few times throughout the day, and I check essentials, which unfortunately isn't Twitter. So I came off work. I clocked out of work. I caught up on Twitter, and I saw that Jeffrey Lurie is meddling. He wants Wentz benched. He's sick of watching Wentz struggle. He wants Hurts. It seems like Jeffrey Lurie was instrumental in Jalen Hurts being picked with the 53rd pick. I don't like that one bit because Jeffrey Lurie is not a football guy. You know, he's a movie guy from Hollywood. I don't want him meddling in.
So he's the one that made that pick, not Howie?
That's what they're saying.
I mean, look, Jeffrey Lurie owns the football team. He owns the football team. It's his money. He's paying Doug. He's paying Howie. He has every right to do so. But every time I see an owner get uppity and meddle in affairs, like what we saw in the early 2000s, late 2000s with Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, it turns out to be a disaster. So I don't like this at all. So I really need Carson to play good tonight because I need Jeffrey Lurie to get back in the background. Now, if Jeffrey Lurie wants to come to the forefront, he wants to do a State of the Union address after the season, air his grievances, maybe chop some heads off in terms of people losing their jobs, I'm all fine for that. But I don't like the fact that Jeffrey Lurie is meddling. It seems like he's meddling in the draft. Seems like he's meddling in who's active and inactive from a week-to-week basis.
That's bad.
Along with Howie.
You got to let your guys.
I don't like this one bit because it seems like Jeffrey Lurie is fed up with watching his $100 million supposed franchise quarterback struggle. And it's totally fair. But He owns the team. He's not the general manager of the football team. He's not the head coach of the football team. He's not the quarterback coach of the football team. He doesn't do anything, nor should he. He has no background in athletics. He's a movie guy. So I think Jeffrey Lurie, and part of me likes the passion because he's sick of watching his team struggle. Like, look, face it, when Dak shattered his ankle early in the season, that should have been a golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory in terms of the Eagles making the playoffs.
Absolutely.
It should have been done, case closed, because it looks like 8-8 is going to win this division probably by a couple of games. And I don't think any of the teams get to 8-8.
Any of our teams are going to get to 8-8.
I understand. I understand that. But if you looked at, if you're an Eagles fan and you're Jeffrey Lurie,
here we go. We get the ball first. Sorry, just
getting the ball first. Yeah, good. Because I lost complete track of time. And
guys, mute your TVs and come join us. You know what I mean? Mute and join us.
Yeah. But I just don't like. I don't like the meddling. And we're gonna get the ball first. And Carson Wentz is gonna. How about a rollout first up, like first play out, rollout.
I think the key for Carson Wentz's success tonight is get the ball out quickly. Don't have to sit there and start making decisions. Get the ball out quickly. Get it out within 2.5 seconds.
And like, I'm sick of seeing these graphics about how much he turned the ball over. I know he turns the ball over. I watch every game.
If you get rid of the ball quickly, he's not going to get sacked. So at least you can throw the fumbling part out, and hopefully he makes good decisions with the football. But that's what I think he needs to do.
Here we go, first play.
Seattle just jumped. But it's probably going to be against the Eagles because they didn't run the play. Nope, Seattle did jump, so it's
Okay.
5.
That's first and 5. You're already ahead of the sticks.
What I don't understand, though, is if they're offsides, why did they stop the play? I mean, let them make the play. I mean, they get a free play. That wasn't unabated to the quarterback.
Ewing 609. He's not as optimistic as me. He thinks Jim Schwartz will continue to disappoint. And, we kind of spared him in our little pregame chat, but he hasn't been good.
Catch the ball, please. Why?
I mean, there's Richard Rodgers, everyone's favorite practice squad tight end. But like I can't put that on Carson. No one should put that on Carson. It's a 3-step drop. The ball was out quick, like Brad just said, and Richard Rodgers dropped the football.
If I were them in this play, I would spread it out and do a run and run the ball with Sanders and try to have a very manageable third down and not throw the ball again. But then again, I'm not the coach. Just an observation there. No,
like
throw it.
Like that's a throw that has to be made.
I would see that isn't the kind of play I would have called. I would have called a running play and tried to.
But Brad, the guy was wide open.
That's a good design. That's just a miss. That's a freaking miss.
It's a horrible pass.
But like, how do you miss? I don't understand how what I saw in 2017 and 2018 and sprinkled in 2019.
It's jumpy.
I don't understand.
Jumpy. He's jumpy. Now I'll probably get sacked.
What do you mean? I don't understand. It's off.
Yeah, here they come.
And he dropped it.
Boy, that's ugly series.
Pressure's on this man, dude. I mean, that's a piss poor. I mean, I got to see this ball again, but the miss, the other miss is just.
That's not a good throw.
No, I like to see this play one more time.
Catch that ball.
It's not a great route. It's not a great throw.
Catch the ball.
Jeffrey's got to catch the ball. Come on, Jeffrey needs to catch that ball.
That's a good ball. That's a good ball right there. I don't care what anybody says. That ball's caught all around the National Football League.
Yeah,
it's a good point, Tom. It's a good point, Tom. These basic plays that I see even average teams make on NFL Red Zone all yesterday.
The Cowboy receivers catch those passes. The Giant receivers catch those passes. Terry McLaurin is gonna catch that pass.
I mean, 2 drops and 1 terrible ball. I mean, guys throw bad balls in this league, right? Like that happens. It's sports. Like guys throw bad balls, but the other 2 are balls that need to be caught. And the last one has to be caught. That's a first down ball. That's an easy pitch and catch. He's got to catch the freaking ball. I'm so sick of it. Everything that can go wrong goes wrong, right? Like either he makes a bad ball or throws a good ball, because that's a good ball. Like, you don't want him throwing interceptions. Low and away, only where your receiver can catch it. I don't know what else to say.
There was something wrong with that pass, okay? The receivers have got to do a better job. Now you've got Russell Wilson with good field position, and we'll see what happens here.
And wide open, here we go.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, flag. So we'll see what this is.
Something's going on there.
Against the Seahawks. Usually on screen passes, it's pretty much the same thing.
Bill Middlebrook, both teams are playing for sole possession of first place. Yes, this is a big game.
I don't even have to look at the TV to know it's going to be hold.
Illegal use of hands on Seattle.
We'll take it. We will take it. I just think guys catch footballs, please. Like, there's already enough pressure on this guy. Like, if we can't help him out, what are we doing? I mean, God forbid we catch easy pitching catches in this league. I mean, it's a disgrace.
Are you disappointed? Are you disappointed we didn't see a run there?
I don't give a shit about the football, because the two plays were open. 3 plays were open. There's 3 plays that were open there. So, I mean, I don't care. I care about first downs.
You would have liked to see them run. I would have liked to have seen them run the ball once there.
Maybe, but they had a lot of guys down in the box too. So, how's he that open, dude? Are you kidding me? TJ Edwards stinks.
I mean, was that Riley or Edwards? Doesn't matter. They both stink.
That was Carson that made the catch.
Yes, he made the catch. We're talking about the Eagles linebacker that's standing right there, but can't seem to make a play.
See,
now it's second. Now it's second and what? 5, 7. Like, and both those flat routes were wide open. So clearly they've game planned and they see something.
Yeah,
that our linebackers stink.
Yeah. Where are you going, Brandon Graham?
No, boy. They almost got the fumble on that play. That was a hell of a hit. But
he absorbed the hit because he's just a beast.
Yeah, Metcalf.
Like,
he's wow.
He didn't even fall down. Rodney McLeod fell down.
He got hammered on this play, and they bounce off of him. That guy's a tremendous player.
How high up the receiver pecking order is DK Metcalf?
Top 5 right now.
Top 5 right now? I mean, you got...
He's a specimen. You know what I mean?
You got Adams, you got Hill, and you got Hopkins. And then...
I mean, Julio, when he's healthy, is always in the convo, right? But, he's not healthy right now.
Speaking of the Falcons yesterday, how about the Falcons putting a pasting on the Patriots yesterday? The Raiders. I mean, that was unbelievable.
And, I'm so sick of people saying NFL Network, Good Morning Football, whatever mainstream guys you want to say. Every time they flash a graphic up of the AFC playoff picture, they say how loaded the AFC is. It's not loaded. All those teams stink. Like the Steelers or the Chiefs. If a team other than the Steelers or the Chiefs represents the AFC in the Super Bowl, I'll be shocked. Titans aren't going to the Super Bowl. The Bills aren't going to the Super Bowl. The Raiders stink. Like, Derek Carr finally showed why he's Derek Carr yesterday. How do you lose? I mean, look, you're going across the country.
How is he that open? Darius Slay getting beat all over the field. That's fun. Darius Slay getting beat all over the field.
Well, I mean, you're playing off coverage because you're so scared to get. I mean,
no, he's on. That's up and close.
No, but you need to check him. You got to do something. You got to physical with him. Something.
And burn all over the freaking field.
You can't give a guy who's that talented, that fast, that big, that strong a free release every time.
That's on the corner.
You just can't do it.
That's on the corner to get up there.
I completely agree with you. I don't care what defense is called. Get up on him.
Well, they may need to just start doubling him. Of course.
I mean, that's too much.
Running for 8 yards is not a good.
That's too much.
Well, I mean, this game. I mean, this is a wrap. I mean, we were coming in hopeful, but You can
Come on now. Like,
Smell
come
it.
on.
You can smell it. Early. You can smell it. You can smell it. We're not just.
Don't give up after.
Come on.
You never know.
It's 5 minutes into the game.
Let me do what I do for the sake of us. For the sake of
all right. But I'm telling you, before they haven't scored a touchdown, still, oh boy, that's going to be 5 yards. Now you see, this is what pisses me off about the officials. Okay, and of course I'm rooting against the Eagles, so but I shouldn't. But I'm going to say it anyway. Okay. How come when the Eagles jump offside, they let Seattle go on with the play and they get a free play? And when Seattle jumps offside, they stop the damn game. Just asking, guys. Just asking. I mean,
it's like when the Ravens break COVID protocol and everyone on our team gets COVID, but they get the game pushed back. And then Denver, they break protocol. They have no quarterbacks. They have to play the Saints, and the NFL tells them to go pound sand, which I don't understand. I don't understand at all.
That was ridiculous. And
I understand that bye weeks are over, and logistically it gets a little harder. You just add a week 18. For the Saints to get a free win like that is really poor and unacceptable. There you go. There's your boy, Tom.
Love myself some Fletch. Go eat $100 million.
There you go. He's off the carton, making plays.
See, maybe
now they try and take a shot. So they're just
Slay had him covered that time.
So what this tells me about their defensive game plan, which I hate, by the way, is that
they're not trying to get beat over top.
DK Metcalf can have 25 catches as long as they're not downtown big plays, Tyreek Hill style.
By the way, as long as he doesn't score a touchdown, which could come.
203 yards receiving in one quarter for Tyreek Hill yesterday.
But he put on a show yesterday. I mean, quite honestly, right now he's the closest thing I've seen to Jerry Rice in a long, long time.
Well, now what's Slay doing? He's punching DK Metcalf in the face, gets a penalty, he might get kicked out of the game. Like, come on. They called you out on Twitter. Now you want to get kicked out of the game. Like, come on.
Now who's going to get the penalty? Maybe Seattle gets the penalty.
No, I mean, the refs are breaking him up, and Darius Slay jabbed him right in the face mask. I think the Eagles would be fortunate if Darius Slay is not ejected from this game right now, honestly. I don't have sound on, so I can't.
All right, so it's unsportsmanlike conduct.
No, he didn't get kicked out of the game at least.
No, but they just said that's number one. If he gets another one, he's gone. So he's going to have to behave himself now.
Greg disagrees with the poll. He thinks Seattle's going to win.
You know what? That should have been on both of them because you know what?
But keep watching. They cut it off. If you kept watching for another 5-10 seconds, you would see Darius Slay hits over everybody, trying to break everybody up, and hits them with a haymaker.
You can't have these type of penalties. You cannot have these type of penalties in a game like this, okay? You can't let emotions get involved in a game like this. You're not good enough to overcome these types of things. Simple.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of play I was talking about before the game started, Tom. You know, stuff like that, they got to play smart, and that was not playing smart. And now you've got them at the best spot on the field, first down on the 11-yard line.
Rodney McLeod's all over the field, by the way.
If you get to the 1 yard line,
he's been all over the field all season. I mean, someone in one of these Eagles groups asked if any Eagles deserved any Pro Bowl votes. I responded, no, they suck, which is a justified answer in my opinion. But re-examining it, Rodney McLeod, not saying he should make it, but he should get votes. Now there's a flag. Their flag is another flag down. I mean, that's a great play. You blow up the blocker. I mean,
it's going to be the Eagles again. Number 97 hit. That was a late hit on number 97.
Malik Jackson.
Great. Yeah, on the replay, you saw it. He came in and hit a guy from behind. I mean, what the hell's he doing in Metcalf? I mean, come on, that's just stupid football. Now you give him a first down.
Is this like by design? Is this like we're gonna get in the kid's face and try and rattle him? because that's not going to work at all. I'll tell you that right now.
No, he's. You're not going to get. You're just going to give up cheap yards.
I mean, they're not in yet.
No, they're on the 2 yard.
Not in yet.
We're so bad. It's just you can't make up how bad we are. This is just comical.
But you know what? This is also coaching, guys. I mean, the Eagles are showing a complete lack of discipline right now, and that's very surprising to me.
Is that coaching though? Those 2 personal fouls, you're putting those on coaches?
Yeah, you have to make sure that you tell these guys that they have to play smart football.
I think that.
What do you? I mean, come on. I mean, what you got to tell them every play in the huddle, and the guys in the mics headphone. Make sure no one hits anyone after the play. They shouldn't just know that.
No dumb.
I mean, come on.
I mean, you can't play that way.
I understand, but at what point is it bad coaching, or is it just bad self accountability?
When 2 guys are doing it, you know what? That's a problem. That's like you're disrespecting your teammates doing that. Now, this is a good play by Slay. I mean, he's right there.
I mean, that should have been a touchdown. Russell Wilson missed the throw. I mean, yeah, he missed the throw.
Well, he had to throw it high because number 57 was right there. I mean, if he doesn't, that's an interception. So
this play could tell me a lot.
Huh.
This play could tell me a lot right here. Are you gonna?
They got trips to the right. My prediction is they're going to go to the left.
There you go. That's a good stop.
See, now that's huge. You hold them to 3 points.
Alex Singleton, the tackling machine. Alex Singleton.
The stupidity. I would have thought that they had 3 guys on the right-hand side that they try to go one-on-one on the left side, but they didn't do that.
I mean, that's a good play. I mean,
that's a really good play coming in the hole there, stuffing that up.
He's developing. I mean, he's double digits tackle-wise almost every week.
That's a horrible play call by.
Now, do I think that he's the answer at linebacker? No, but I commend him for playing well, and it looks like Seattle might go for it here.
Yeah,
guys, I'm sorry, that was a terrible call. You have Russell Wilson, who's one of the fastest guys in the league, on the 3 yard line, 3rd and goal. I'm sorry, I'm doing a bootleg and giving him an option to either run it in or throw it in. I mean, that's
it depends. It depends. That struck me. Looking back on it. That struck me as a play call that was designed knowing that you have 2 chances to get in the end zone.
This is the game right here, in my opinion. It's going to show a lot because if you stuff them here, you totally change momentum. So, I mean, it's really such a big part. This, it comes down to little plays inside like a full game. Well, this is one of them little plays. This is it right here. I mean, it's a huge play in this football game because your offense doesn't score a lot of points. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we can't expect them all of a sudden to score. So we need stuff like this. We need a stop like this. This is gigantic play right here for what this game could be. Is it going to be a dogfight or is it going to be a long night, right? Dogfight or long night? What are we going to get right here?
4th and goal on the 2 yard line.
See, now, Brett, here comes your bootleg. Pete Carroll or whoever calls plays for the Seattle Seahawks knew that they were going to go for it on 4th down. It was predetermined.
This has to be a bootleg.
They stopped them. Wow.
That's a terrible play. That's 2
play call.
That's 2 terrible play calls.
Pete Carroll made 2 of the stupidest calls I've ever seen.
I mean, I can get behind. I can get behind, but that's a big play. That's 2 weeks in a row. You get a goal line stand by your defense, and let's go. Let's go.
Hey, after all the penalties, after all the getting physical, I mean, big play, Derek Barnett right there. I don't care. I mean, bad play calls score touchdowns sometimes from the 2, so I don't give a shit. Big play.
Come on. What kind of a?
That's ridiculous. That 4th down play call was ridiculous.
Who cares?
I know, but who cares? Just reacting to the game.
I know what
that's a horrible play call. I can get behind the run on 3rd down because they might score.
I mean, what would possess you to make a? First of all, you have such an advantage with your receivers. Okay, what would possess them to make a call like that? Are they trying to show them that they're bigger and tougher and stronger? That's the Eagles' best part of their team is their defensive line, and it's like it's a mano-a-mano thing. Score the fucking touchdown and don't play and stop getting fancy. That was a ridiculous call. Well,
you know what it's good for, though.
Momentum, and you know what? Maybe now the Eagles are going to, hopefully for their sake, they'll come out here and get a couple of first downs and at least get out of trouble before they punt.
It's good for the under.
I will say,
under.
Eagle says, "How the ridiculous jet sweeps have killed us all year." That's very true. I mean, we've gotten killed on jet sweeps, so that's a great play by Derek Barnett, and his defense showed up on that first drive to get the bend not break. That's what Jim Schwartz prides himself on.
I gotta disagree with Bobby Eagles. That's the stupidest play call I've seen all season.
No, you don't watch the Eagles.
Yeah, but you have Russell Wilson, who is one of the fastest running backs.
Everybody in the country, Brad, everybody in the country thinks Russell's getting it right there. You know what I mean? Like everybody in the country is thinking.
You could also either have him run it or throw it and give it an option. I mean, jet sweep. Maybe it may kill you, but why would you go to your third best option instead of your best option?
Because that's what teams do.
The strength of the Eagles, which is their defensive line.
Because they thought the Eagles' shitty defense was going to bite on the Russell Wilson fake, and what was that? David Moore was just going to walk right into the end zone. But the Eagles scouted it. The Eagles made two great plays, and the Eagles have the ball.
Just a stupid call. I'm sorry, guys. Listen, they made a great stand, but if you're Seattle, you can't be making stupid.
I need to see a rollout. I've seen 3 plays, 0 rollouts.
I would be trying to
see a rollout.
Everybody
run. I don't like it. I need to see a
rollout, dude. The box is stacked up. Everybody in the country knows the run's coming there.
Here's a sky cat view of the touch of the stop. Yeah, I mean it's just poorly blocked. It's poorly executed. I mean, I guess they're relying on DK Metcalf to come down and chip the defensive end there, which is just a poor design. And then Carroll wants to. I don't know.
Well, nonetheless, the Eagles stopped them and they dodged the bullet. Now they need to at least get 2 first downs here. Get their punters.
Let's get one. We can start with 1 first down.
Well,
how about one rollout?
I'd like to see 2. So at least if you have to punt, you punt. They get the ball on the 20-yard line instead of on the 40.
Brad, your key to the game about winning the field position battle. It's out. With that 4th down stop, what it did do is the Eagles lost the field position battle probably until halftime, unless they get one of your turnovers.
The way our offense goes.
There it is, 2 for 22, 9%.
2 for 20.
You guys trust Carson?
Come on, let's get double digit. Can we get the double digits?
Because if I'm Seattle, I'm blitzing. I'm bringing pressure. I'm going to try to make them make a turnover right here.
PI.
I'm not calling
that interference.
I'm not calling PI there. I'm super conservative with what I think is pass interference and what isn't pass interference.
Well, if you saw the pass interference that was called on the Giants yesterday in the end zone.
That's fucking PI, Rob. Are you kidding me, Rob? I thought that was PI. PI all day, Rob. Come on.
He sells it good, but I mean, I'm not bitching.
You're not allowed.
I'm not crying over a no call there now.
Oh my God, you're not crying over a no call there. I mean, you can't get any more contacty. I mean, that's the definition.
I thought that was pass interference, but
it's the definition of PI. Fumble. Wow, of course, running into people and still won't fumble. I mean, it's amazing.
Listen, you know what? There's your makeup call. There's your makeup call.
No, that was on them. They ran into themselves there.
No, the Eagle guy ran into him when he was catching the ball. They didn't even give him a chance to catch the ball. But doesn't matter. I mean, listen, now Seattle has the ball on the 44-yard line, and basically this is kind of like a continuation of the first drive. So I guess if you want to look at it that way, then that's kind of. I mean, listen, I hated those 2 calls by Pete Carroll. I'm sorry. When you got the legs of Russell Wilson, you got to use them. I mean, that's where you have to use them a little bit, especially on 4th down. Who cares?
I mean, I don't like the 3rd down. I don't like that 3rd down play call by Doug at all, because look. he's clearly been coached up to jump in the air and try and sell a pass interference. Because, I mean, he hasn't separated all year, Jalen Reagor. I mean, he hasn't done anything except, I mean, the play design to me there seemed to be, Jalen, either you're going to burn the guy and we're going to get a touchdown or you got to draw PI. And I think that's poor play design. Like the one, I think it was the Giants game where they threw a fade to Hakeem Butler. And the only reason they drew up the play is so Hakeem Butler could get pass interference draw and the Eagles would get 4 more chances to score a touchdown. That's poor. And Hakeem Butler didn't sell it at all. And I had no problem with no pass interference on that play, which was way worse than what I saw just there. And I don't have a problem with no pass interference there. You're designing plays now to draw pass interference instead of sacking up and making a play yourself on 3rd and 8. I mean, come on. I have no issue with no pass interference.
I think he's also trying to make a safe pass where he's looking for a one-on-one coverage situation there. You know, I think they're so nervous about him turning the ball over right now. I do think that's really a problem right now.
You can't, but just go out and wing it. Like, who cares?
Well, they do. I mean, you know, they're trying to be careful. They're trying not to make big mistakes deep in their own territory. I mean,
well, you can't play professional sports. You can't play chess. You can't play checkers if you're scared to lose. You'll never win.
You're exactly right, Rob. You're exactly right. You're very hard on yourself.
If you're going to call if Doug made his living, they won a Super Bowl in 2017 with Doug being aggressive, with Doug rolling the dice. If you lose that edge, you got what we're watching now.
And maybe throwing on first down wouldn't have been such a bad idea.
I mean, you gotta try and get Miles going. I mean,
but now Seattle has the ball in Eagle territory, which is basically a continuation of. Now that's very good coverage.
See, and then
these guys every play.
So I hope this is an indication that they're going to let these guys jostle a little bit on the outside, which I'm all for and love.
As long as there's no arm bars, I'm okay with battling for the ball. Once you see an arm bar, that's where I draw the line. Or if they're pulling on the jersey.
But I mean, this offense is putting a lot of pressure on this defense right now. 2nd and 10, you got him behind the sticks. That's a good play.
That's good.
Now you got to get off the field. We talked about it. Tom brought it up in before the game. Got to get off the field on 3rd down.
Yeah, this is a big play.
It's 3rd and 6.
If you make him punt, there's a chance he can kick the ball in the end zone, and then you've completely survived that drive, that opening drive.
I mean, that's 2 spectacular plays by linebackers stepping in the hole and making plays, which I like. 6'1", 212, Big Ten. Like, why can't that guy pan out for us? That's 4th down.
Now, do the Seahawks go for it on 4th and 2? I would say yes from there.
I would go for it here.
Yeah, I think Carroll goes.
Because what, you're inside the 40, 38 and 15, 40 and 15.
Yeah.
It's like a high 50-yard field goal.
Yeah, it's a 55-yard field goal in bad weather. I'm going for it. And they're going to go for it. See, if the Eagles can stop them here, then they've truly survived the first drive. Because then they get the ball at the 38-yard line. Now, you would assume this time it's going to be a pass, because if he tries to run it, if he runs it again, I may have to drive over to the stadium and strangle Pete Carroll.
Our boy Youssef from Fan Friday, big Washington football team fan. He says Brian Schottenheimer calls the plays.
Oh, does he?
Seahawks. Yeah, Pete Carroll.
He used to call them for the Jets too.
See, look, I come on. Look, this is why I can't win. Fan Friday might as well just be log on and beat up Brinkman for 2 hours on a Friday night. Now, Joseph Orosky, I opened the show positively for the first time in 10 weeks, and I get told to shut up and be happy. This is why I just come on. This is why I just log on and rip it and tell the truth, because you can't make anybody happy.
Well, you can't try to make people happy, so you just speak your mind.
I'm glad I don't, because I'm not that good at it. There you go. That's 2 4th-down stops. Now you flipped field position, which was your point before the show, Brad.
Completely
Eric Barnett playing out of his mind. The linebackers playing out of their mind. Now we need the quarterback and the offense to start playing out of their minds. These are gifts, because this Seattle Seahawks offense isn't going to be stagnant like this, isn't going to leave points like this on the board for 60 minutes. They're going to get going at some point. So,
you know what? Wilson had nowhere to go with the football that time. He had nowhere to go.
It's 2 big stops.
Absolutely. The defense.
Come on, Carson. The defense is playing their hearts out. Goal line stand, 4th-down stops. Let's go. Let's go. Getting into why ATD are not on the fan cabs on ESPN. John Malmos, do you know what really sucks? Howie has fucked us. We will end up a top 10 pick, but we need so very much.
Well, if you're keep making the picks all the time, then that's going to make it worse. I'm just curious whose idea was it to draft Rager over Jefferson? That's almost
there's a lot of ego. There's a lot of ego in the Eagles front office, in my opinion.
There must be.
Howie Roseman, because
that was a ridiculous.
Howie Roseman's one of the top 5 dorks in all of the history of mankind. You ask me. But he wants to pretend like he's a jock, and he wants to pretend like he's an X and O football guy. So he'll go watch our show, a Dial show, an NFL Network show, whatever you may be, and everyone thinks Justin Jefferson's way better than Jalen Reagor. No, I watched this one play one time where Jalen Reagor did really good. I'm picking Jalen Reagor, and I'm proving all you guys wrong because I'm Howie Roseman and I'm an X and O football guy. That's what happens in the draft room in Philadelphia.
Pretty much, they just showed a highlight of Bo Jackson. Boy, oh boy, I forgot how good he was.
Now rollout. Can I get a rollout? What's it? 2 drives, 6 plays, no rollouts.
Well, they haven't really had the field position to do it.
First down. 3rd down conversion. The under's looking nice. Under 48.5. That's looking nice.
So far, yeah, I would say so. And Carson right now is 0 for 4. There's the jet sweep, and you get 2 yards.
At least they're attempting to get Jalen Reagor involved in the football game, your first-round pick, which hasn't been the case since he's been healthy, at least in my opinion. There's no look. That's Roby Coleman. That could have been a hold. Different officiating crew. That could have been a penalty.
That was a hold. That was definitely a hold on Lockett for sure. But they can't see everything. What the heck was that? That play could have been on Little Giants, Rob. Center could have just grabbed the ball and started running.
It's not. It's because it's a snap infraction.
I know.
Because he hit himself in the leg like a dope.
I'm just kidding about that.
I know but it's frustrating to watch because you have a defense who's not really that good, that's playing their hearts out, and it's just same story, different game from this offense.
Yeah, now they're behind the chains again. I think if Carson can just complete one pass, that'll get him going.
Do something. Get the ball rolling. Roll out. Roll out. Roll out. Okay.
Got a guy open. Nice play. Wow.
But I mean,
play.
There's too much air under that.
Yeah, because he was open. Had he put a little bit more juice on the ball, instead of throwing it behind him.
Like streaking down the field.
Oh, he was open.
Just lay it out there. Like he throws it behind. Like, I mean, come on, Carson.
Yeah, Goddard was open. Oh boy, did he just take a pop?
I mean,
the problem is, when they're taking pops like that too, you can't really step into your pass either. Oh boy. So they have still not gotten a first down yet.
They have not, and they are 0 for 3 on third downs.
Although I don't think you can really
not good.
You can't really
not good.
You can't blame him for this though.
Brad, I want to get back. Not really, but like Goddard's separated. Goddard's open down the field on a play designed for a big hit, and Carson couldn't step up and make the throw. I don't care that he got hit. I see guys make that throw, that pitch and catch all the time in this league.
Yes, I would agree.
Now you got Seattle. Now you got Seattle backed up.
If you were watching the Giant game yesterday, you saw Evan Ingram on a play like that make a great catch and have a big play, and that led to a field goal. As a matter of fact,
he made the big catch because I think Daniel Jones was still in the game at that point. Daniel Jones gave him the opportunity to make the play. Carson Wentz gave Dallas Goedert no chance to make a play there.
He didn't throw the ball behind him. He threw the ball in front of him and let him try to run under the ball, which is exactly what happened. And even though the guy was all over him, he was able to use his height. And we haven't seen him go. Has he gone to Fulgham yet?
They haven't gone to anybody yet. They took a shot to Goddard, which didn't work because Carson Wentz severely underthrew the football. They tried to take a shot to Rager, which just wasn't there. They ran a jet sweep to Rager. They ran the ball with Miles Sanders twice. Alshon Jeffrey dropped the pass, and Carson Wentz missed a wide-open Greg Ward on a quick slant. That's been the game so far on the Eagles offense. 0 for 3 on third down, 0 first downs, 0 rollouts.
Where's Boston Scott, the Giant killer? What did they just
I tried telling you the last time we did a show that Boston Scott stinks. He only does good against the Giants.
What, do they only play him against the Giants? Is that it?
But Brad, like, they're not getting anything going. Like, you got to get some first downs. You got to build. You got to get some continuity going before you start switching guys in and out.
You know something. You might see You might see a quarterback change. You might see.
I mean,
I don't think it's necessarily. Carson's fault, but I mean, he's still. You know what? If he was on top of his game, you'd probably be doing a better performance.
That throw to Goddard needs to be a completion.
Yes. By the way, Chrome made a comment about wearing an Eagles shirt. I just want to make sure that everybody knows it's not an Eagles shirt. That's
what's that? Hawaii
Rainbow Warriors shirt. So please, guys.
No, Brodo. There's no rollouts. No rollouts. No nothing. I don't know. Before this comes back, I want to talk about the AFC playoff picture. I think the AFC stinks. I think it's just a bunch of average teams with the Steelers and the Chiefs at the top. Like, people want to say that the AFC is loaded because it looks like a team with a good record is going to miss the playoffs. That's not the definition of loaded. Loaded is if you have multiple teams, more than 2, that can legitimately represent your conference in the AFC in the Super Bowl. You don't have that. Ravens might not even make the playoffs.
The
Browns. You think the Browns they're making a playoff run?
I don't think the Browns are good.
The Raiders. The Raiders yesterday a baffling loss to the Atlanta Falcons. I understand.
I think Buffalo is very good. I think that the Titans are a little up and down, but when they're on their game and their defense is playing well, they're very good. But they're like level B. And then you have the level A, which are the two elite teams in the AFC, which I think are miles ahead of any team in our league right now.
Miles? You think that the Chiefs and the Steelers are miles ahead of the Saints and the Packers?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know about miles. I think the Chiefs and the Steelers are the two best teams in football right now.
I don't think that anybody in the NFC can stop the Kansas City Chiefs, and that Steeler defense would shut anybody down in the NFC. They're way too physical for the Saints, and they're way too physical for the Packers.
The Packers, I agree with.
Well,
that's a false start on the slot.
Physical teams give the Saints trouble in the playoffs. If you haven't noticed, when they haven't been able to really get things going.
Saints have just had trouble in the playoffs.
Huh?
The Saints have just had trouble in the playoffs.
Yeah, well,
they seem to not bring their A game to the big spots.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're going to make it again this year, and it looks like they're going to make it easily.
Well, I mean, yeah, they've won 7 games in a row. They get a gift wrap win because the Broncos don't have a quarterback because of COVID. Yeah, and like I said before, I don't understand why the teams like the Packers and the Saints get gifted wins. And, teams like the Niners have to play with no rosters. The Broncos have to play without a quarterback.
And on the road.
Is it really that difficult, Brad, to just add a week 18?
No, it's not.
Not at all.
No.
Right? There's no fans in the stadium. All you need to do is have Fox bring in Fox or CBS or NBC or whoever the hell has the game. Bring in their crew, and you put the game on TV, and that's that.
Rob, the Super Bowl does not need to have 2 weeks notice.
Correct. You stole my thunder. You just eliminate the bye week between the championship game and the Super Bowl, and you don't have to move the date of the Super Bowl at all.
No, you just leave everything alone, and you have 1 extra week. Instead of this.
And everyone wants to say, logistics because bye weeks are over. That's a bunch of crap.
No.
The Broncos don't have the cachet that the Ravens have or the Packers have, so they got told to pound sand. The Niners and the Broncos got told to pound sand. You got to play.
Yeah, and it's really not right. The
Niners-Packers game was a Thursday game, Brad. Okay, well, we're gonna move it. We're gonna move it to Sunday at 1:15, and it'll be a Fox game, so we can get some of these guys cleared off the close contact list. Look, if you get COVID and you have to be quarantined for 2 weeks, there's not much you can do about that.
No.
Sorry, but when it comes to that, there should be more. There should have been more leeway given to the Denver Broncos, in my opinion, for not positive tests, but just because they were close to someone who were positive.
Yeah, 3 of them. That's just not right. You know what? That's just that. See, this commissioner, he picks and chooses who he wants to fight with. The Ravens.
He plays favorites.
Yeah, and the Ravens. They get to get game. They've gotten this game pushed back yet again. It's now a Wednesday night game, and then the following week, I think the Steelers play the Washington football team on a Tuesday night.
Okay.
How many days now? How many days of the Ravens? Extra days of the Ravens? It went from Thursday. It's basically been pushed back almost the whole week. What other team is getting a break? What other teams get breaks like that? It's It's whoever Goodell
So,
likes.
like, are some of these guys on the Ravens? Because Lamar Jackson has COVID. He can't play. Even if the game gets pushed to Sunday.
That's too
He
bad.
can't play.
That's too
But
bad.
I understand it. But, like, I'd have to look it up. Does Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins, do they have COVID?
I
Or
don't
were
know.
they just near someone who tested positive for COVID?
Yeah, I mean that I don't know, but unless it's a complete outbreak, and if it's a complete outbreak, why don't you just give them a bye? And again, you just move the playoffs back a week. You could still play the Super Bowl. You just don't, because you don't need 2 weeks down there. You don't need these guys to be down there for 2 weeks.
Like, are they going to – I guess it's Florida. It's going to be in Tampa, the Super Bowl. I guess there's going to be some level of fans at the stadium.
Wayne, I'm here.
There will be. I mean, there'll probably only be about 5,000 people there.
I'm here. I got to do a show after this too. So
5,000 people in the stadium. The ticket price, it's going to be $1 million for a ticket.
Yeah, probably.
That's not really hyperbole or exaggeration. It's going to cost you a full rock to go see the Super Bowl in person.
Rob, it costs you that anyway. Those tickets are
Not
about
$1 million. Not $1 million. I know Eagles fans that I know Eagles fans in 2017 that went out there and won it and got tickets for 4 digits in the thousands.
Yeah, it's
between $1,000 and $2,000.
Yeah, that's how much it's gonna. That's how much.
That's not $1 million.
No, I said that it's going to be over 1,000.
But it's over 1,000 anyway. Now there's only 5,000.
Well, yeah, it could be more. I mean, that I don't know. I mean, look, I when we were when Bob and I were trying to get tickets for the World Series a couple of years ago, the Yankees, the worst seats in the house, were $560 a piece.
I mean, that's ridiculous. But someone's going to pay. You didn't pay. I know you didn't pay because we had this discussion, but someone's going to pay.
I refuse to pay that much money.
All right, here we go. Number 2, Jalen Hurts is in the football game.
Oh, here we go now. I
don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to let this kid throw the ball? It's a false start.
They a penalty.
It's a false start.
Put him in a bad.
So now you're even more behind the sticks. Look at Doug. Doug is engaged. I hate him calling plays. I really do. If I were Jeffrey Lurie, and I know I said before I hate when owners meddle, and I wouldn't do this in season, but after the season, if this turns out to be a disaster like we think it's going to be with no playoffs, you got to sit Doug down and be like, you can't call the plays anymore. You're not allowed to call plays anymore.
No, you're right. There's a play action pass and a first down. No, well, it's a catch. No, as I said, maybe.
Okay, now I'm interested to see what happens here. Are you going to keep? But what's the point of that? What's the point? Carson Wentz could have done that.
Yeah, they also gave him plenty of time to throw.
I mean, the ball was out pretty quick, but I don't understand that. Unless you're going to give Hurts a couple of plays to establish himself, I don't understand what that accomplishes.
That I don't know. Here they come.
I mean, he hold the ball too long. He can't hold the ball that long. It was relatively good protection. He had time to make a couple of reads and find a guy.
But at least you didn't turn the ball over.
Is that what we've come to? Is that what being an Eagles fan has come to in 2020?
Well,
I should just be thankful that there's not.
He did have a guy open, by the way. The one in the middle of the field was open.
I mean, this game's brutal right now.
That's another 3 and out, though. I mean, there's got to be a point where, with these 3 and outs, where Doug just says, "You know what? We actually had a positive play. But Hurts is in the game. I don't understand why you put him in and then you take him right out after one play. I mean, what was the purpose of that?
If it's 0-0 at halftime, are you starting Hurts in the second half?
I would. I'll tell you what, the fact that their offense right now looks inept and listless.
There's Doug. Doug's over there talking to Jalen Hurts. I haven't seen Doug talk to Carson all season. I'm not sure what coach is talking up Carson right there.
You might see him. I mean, he doesn't have his helmet on.
I don't know. What I just saw right there indicates to me that we might see Hurts for a full series.
Well, I think it's about time. And now Wilson finally goes to Tyler Lockett, which I've been wondering where the heck he's been. I think he's had a little tunnel vision with.
The Eagles have been playing good. The Eagles have been playing a good defensive game. They've had
their defense has been tremendous.
They've had a good game plan. It's been executed. I mean,
Seattle,
really, the Seahawks haven't really made a play the whole game. I mean, they got all the way down the field on that first drive because of 2 15-yard personal foul penalties.
That's correct. And you know what? And then they started with the ball on the.
I mean, that's nothing. That's nothing right there.
Yeah, they're not. Seahawks so far have not been able to really run the ball. I mean, give credit to the Eagles' defense tonight. They've shown up.
The Levi Oates, man, I love Singleton. He's been good all year long. Fair. He has been good. It's nice to see someone take advantage of their playing time. Because the
Eagles are playing good defense tonight. They're gang tackling, and they're making sure that they wrap these guys up. I mean, they're definitely the defense is out there, and they are pumped up. Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
But, like, they're getting pressure tonight. I don't think they have a sack on Russell Wilson.
They do.
Would they have the one?
Yeah. Yeah, they have the one. They're putting a lot of pressure
Russell
on.
Wilson hasn't looked comfortable in the pocket all night, and that was one of our keys to success for
Absolutely.
this football team to win. Now you're 3rd and 13, and you got to get off the field.
Yeah, and you can't let them convert here.
Ugh.
He's open, and he's on the 1-yard line.
I mean, Slay just got burnt. That's not even Metcalf. That's David Moore. Or is it Metcalf? Was it Metcalf?
I thought it was Metcalf. Maybe I'm wrong. That's Metcalf.
Yeah, it is Metcalf. I thought it was 83.
That was a nice pass.
But, I mean, you can't just give him a free release off the line like that. It can't happen.
Wait, Pete Carroll is determined to run that ball into the end zone, and he can't do it.
Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that the Seattle Seahawks score a touchdown here and they go up 7-0. Like, it feels like they're up way more than 7-0 with the way this offense is looked. It feels like
that's why
a touchdown puts the game totally out of reach.
That's why they may have to bring it. I mean, Carson's had 4 drives, and they've all been 3 and outs.
And Darius Slay doesn't suck, Troy. Like, relax. Like, he doesn't suck. He's a pretty good corner. Is he overpaid? Probably. He's father time undefeated. He's a pretty good corner.
Yeah, you can't complain about him. He's solid.
That's Tyler Lockett. I just won my first. Oh no, it's more. No.
Sorry.
I could have at least won money.
Sorry.
Oh well.
You got tackled on the 1-yard line, Rob. It's like me with Gronk in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago.
Well, no, I mean Lockett would have to catch it. But if Lockett scores a touchdown in the game, then I get my money back.
Oh, okay. Well, as I said, Lockett made it. No, that was Metcalf. They caught the ball and got tackled on the 1-yard line.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
But this game feels out of reach.
Well, I don't think it's out of reach unless they get 2 scores ahead.
I understand it's not out of reach, but it feels out of reach based on what I've seen on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, I think now you might see a quarterback change. If I'm the Eagles,
Well, this is you said halftime before the show.
Yeah, but he has 4 possessions and no first downs. I mean, you have to get to a point where the offense is listless and lifeless right now. I mean, they're not showing any signs of life offensively right now. I mean, big credit to the defense, but as I said to you before, Rob, you keep giving Russell Wilson chances, he's going to score. They're not going to shut Seattle out. I mean, Seattle averages 35 points a game.
I can't believe we're talking about Carson Wentz getting benched. I what the hell happened? Like, I don't understand. I
think a lot of it has to do with the offensive line. I mean, the offensive line is bad. It really is bad.
I mean, he hasn't been good in 10 weeks. The offensive line hasn't been injured and banged up for 10 weeks.
Well, he hasn't turned the ball
12
over.
weeks, whatever it's been.
But listen, you can't complain at all about the Eagles' defense. How many times has Seattle had the ball now? That was their 4th drive, correct?
And they finally got a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're going to hold them to 1 touchdown every 4 drives, okay, I'd sign for it. Listen, as a Giant fan, when we play them next week, if we hold them to a touchdown every 4 drives, I'm signing up for that every time. That means we're probably not going to give up more than 20 points. I mean, most games you average 10 drives a game, so five per half. So I mean, the way the Eagles defense has been playing, it doesn't look like Seattle's going to get much more than between 17 and 20 points. So I mean, can the Eagles put between 21 and 24 points?
I can't believe it's come to this where I'm sitting here, there's 10 minutes to go in the first half, and I'm down 7-0. My football team, my Philadelphia Eagles, are down 7-0, and I feel like this game is over and out of reach.
Here's a question for you, Tom.
They come out with him running the show right now, I'd be very surprised. They need a spark.
Here's what I'm going to ask you, Tom Arno, and if they do it now, is it a panic move?
No, it's a spark. I mean, at this point, when you don't have a first down, it becomes a spark. I don't like to say it. I can't believe we're having a conversation. But I mean, let's see what they do. I don't know what they're rolling out here. I'm really interested to see who they bring out under center to start this drive.
But what did that do? Like, Hurts, he throws a 6-yard quick out to Alshon Jeffrey. What does that accomplish? What does that do? What's the point of bringing him in if you're just going to do a 1 and like Carson could have made that throw?
Maybe.
Well, feet wet? Well, you're going to find out now.
It's Carson. So, I mean, listen, I don't know how many more drives you give him. I'm disgusted because I don't know how many more drives you give him. I just don't know, Brad, I just don't know anymore. I mean, I can't explain what I'm watching. I don't understand. He doesn't move. He doesn't do anything anymore. He doesn't roll out of the pocket. He doesn't feel like he's comfortable. I mean, nothing feels like the same. And
I mean, I'm not – sorry, go ahead.
No, I just think it's time. I think this drive's it. I mean, if you don't even get a first down, bro, like 4 drives minus 4 yards, I don't know how else you keep rolling guys out here. Look, this is nothing. That's atrocious.
Like, dude, come on.
This is so bad to watch.
He had no chance on that play, though.
If this was a game,
he had no chance on that play. Howie looks disturbed.
Well, he should be. I mean, his job should be on the freaking line. This guy should walk out. I mean, this is flat out disgusting on prime time. This is disgusting on prime time. I expected more from this quarterback. I'm not happy. Okay, you got to carry, bro. In a game like this, you got to carry your freaking offense. All right, got to carry your offense. Can we get a first down, Miles, please?
Almost.
3rd and 1.
Almost.
The worst spot of all time here, I'm sure.
What happened to, Carson used to do the RPOs all the time. What happened to that?
I'd like to know. And they did it on the one play on the first drive. Remember the second down play? I mean, I don't know if he could have hit Wooder, out of a boat on it. I mean, that's how bad of a ball was.
The Giants, when the Giants started their winning streak, guys, the RPO became their play. That's like Daniel Jones's bread and butter now.
So now no one knows what's going on. Hurts is in the game. He's trotting off, calling timeouts. This is a mess. This is a mess.
A long way from Philly, I'll tell you that. Or Philly special. Long way from Philly special.
Don't bring that up because now the Folesian Society is gonna hop in the chat.
It's not about that. It's just about.
But they're gonna make it about that. Nick Foles stinks.
Trubisky, come on, guys, come on.
No, I'm just saying in terms of the coaching, not the players.
Now I don't know. Do you have sound on when you go off the screen and take your break? You have sound on. Like, does it appear that, obviously I'm not totally engaged in the broadcast because I'm engaged in this broadcast. Is Carson changing the play a lot? It doesn't seem like it.
I can't tell.
It doesn't seem like he has the freedom that he's had in weeks past in this game.
Get a field. Oh my God, dude.
Why are you running sideways?
Get upfield, Miles. The joke.
If you're going to bring in Hurts, why not do an RPO?
I mean, it's not. Nobody holds a block. It's poorly executed. Like,
I would just go for it here. I mean,
68 gets blown up.
You can't do that, Tom, because then they're giving away a field goal.
Oh, I'm probably giving it away again here because I'm putting my defense right back on the field. So either way, I'm probably giving up points on this drive. So I might as well be ballsy. Because look, they're gonna get it here. Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
big hit. Who's that? 52?
Davion Taylor sighting.
Whoa! Who's that? Third round pick? Converted track star of the Pac-12? Making a big hit. Holy smokes.
Of course, we can't dislodge a football, though, right?
Now, if he can do that and Carson can't do jack shit, like, come on. Like,
I can't continue to defend anything I'm watching. Like, that drive isn't even much on Carson. That drive's just on execution up front. Nobody blocking, nobody holding their blocks.
Their offensive line right now is god awful. It's a team right now. It's a team effort. It's not just him. I think you should bring in Hurts just for the.
He was just out there on 3rd and 2 again, and we got nothing.
No, but we need an extended look, an extended period of time with Jalen.
How about faking it and then having Hurts run the other way on a misdirection and using his speed to get outside and try to get a first down that way?
How about doing that with your starting quarterback? You know what I mean? I don't know. I
don't think Carson can run that fast anymore. I think Carson's big and strong. I think Carson is kind of like Ben Roethlisberger. He's not the kind of guy who's going to scramble and gain a lot of yardage, but he's the kind of guy who, if he's moving around, he's tough to tackle. And that's kind of the same thing with Roethlisberger. But they don't seem to use him like that. I don't know if it's coaching or if it's him. I don't know. I don't watch your team enough to really know that. Honestly, I mean, I'll
tell you what it is. I mean, listen, you have guys open like Goddard. I don't care that guys hunting you down, man. Big time quarterbacks make that throw. I mean, I need that dropped in a breadbasket. I got a guy wide open. He doesn't have guys open all the time. So when you do, you have to make them throws.
At least lay it out there. At least lay it out there, Tom, so we can turn on the jets and run under it. I mean, he's a tight end. Not that he's got.
Well, nobody on the outside gets open. I mean, T-shirt guy's non-existent now. I mean, that was a cute little ride. Now you know why he was a practice squad guy. I mean, it's just everything. Nothing's good enough on the offense. Nothing you fear as a defensive play caller, right? Like as a defensive play caller, I don't fear anything on your offense. Like unless your quarterbacks can make plays outside the pocket, I'm not fearing anything. And what it looks like is, we don't make plays outside the pocket. I don't know anymore, guys. I don't know.
Their offensive line right now, and I get it. You're missing 2.
They have 4 yards
there. I get it, but boy, I mean it's
4 yards. 4 yards. I need to make a change. Right, like 4 yards. I got to make a change of something. I got to do something different. Something different.
Yeah, your defense so far has played heroically, but how long can that last? I mean, look at this. Look at
What's the flag on?
There's a flag.
What's the flag on?
Could be holding against Seattle.
Oh my
That's
God.
when in doubt, it's usually holding.
I thought the linebacker got held by the right tackle,
I thought so too.
and the flag was late for whatever reason.
Yeah, I would venture
Reaction. I didn't see a face mask.
No.
Rob looks mad.
No, and it wasn't late, was it? No.
Are they gonna call a horse collar there?
Oh, that's a bad call.
Bogus horse collar.
That's weak. Wow, get the fuck out of here.
That's a horse collar?
That's really bad.
Wow.
Boy,
The joke. Freaking joke.
That's really bad.
that's a tough call.
He doesn't eat the guy. He doesn't even like.
He doesn't pull it down.
No, he
Look,
just
no pull down. He's got his arm.
49, who I think is Singleton, cleans it up.
Look, he's not pulling. Look, come on, man. This is bad.
That's not. That's you guys got robbed on that call.
This is it. Joe's three bad calls. 3 bad calls against us. 2 PIs and this.
Oh, and Tom, don't forget the offside.
Oh yeah, because they don't let us.
They don't let you finish the play, but they're letting Seattle finish the play on offside.
Oh my God, he completes that.
How did they gain any yardage on that play?
It's amazing.
I mean, that's all Russell Wilson.
If he doesn't score points, though, if Carson Wentz doesn't score points before the half, there's no way he's playing in the second half. I just can't believe that if they don't do anything offensively, that he starts the second half. Like, there's just no way, right, guys? I mean, there's no way.
Well,
I'm kind of dumb. I mean, 0 first down, 4 yards.
Yeah, I'm done with it. I didn't think I'd ever say that.
I think he plays the rest of the first half, and if they don't do anything, then start the third quarter at halftime because they can sit and they can make plays for Hurts at halftime. I think they get every chance.
That's not a hold, I guess.
Hold on 18? No,
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope.
Yeah, we just lost 18 draft picks because Jim Schwartz doesn't have his mask on.
Is he going to get in trouble for that?
I don't know. Everyone else gets in trouble for it.
We ever need a turnover, this is the time ever. Like, if you ever needed one, like right now would be a delicious time. Maybe you give your offense a spark. I don't know what else will.
Yeah, their offense right now just looks.
That's got to be a hole. Come on, sir.
Intentional grounding. Are you kidding me? That's intentional grounding. Where's the flag?
That's a flag. That's intentional grounding and a hold.
They're gonna call roughing the passer. Watch. They're gonna call roughing the passer.
No, they won't. Nah, because he had a hold of him. They can't call roughing the passer.
Wow. Wow. What a joke. Illegal contact. What a joke. What a joke. They're giving him
Darius Slay? Are you kidding me?
Football game. They're giving him this football game. What a joke.
What?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with these calls? Is this real life?
That was right there.
Is this real life?
Yeah, the second play he hit him, but you know what, Wilson, that was intentional grounding. He was between the lines, wasn't he? He wasn't out of the pocket.
Freaking joke, Brad.
It looked to me like he was in the lines. It certainly looked to Lee like number 94, Josh Sweat, was held.
He did throw the ball. Uh-oh.
This game's a wrap, boys. You know what I mean? Now it's rap talk. We have 4 yards. They got a gimme drive here when we should be off the field. This is a freaking absolute disgrace of a referee performance. It's almost like they want them to win. I mean, this is why the NFL's a crock of shit. And people say it's all scripted because now I'm starting to believe it.
That wasn't a good call. Wasn't a good call on Darius.
No, that was ridiculous.
Wasn't a good call.
It's also a hold as well.
It's a first down. Lock it.
That was a nice
They're
play.
just gonna bleed the claw. I mean, just gonna bleed the claw. I mean, hopefully you hold them to 3, and it's 10-0, and like maybe I can cover my 6. My under's looking good. I don't know. I thought drinking my coffee this morning that they were gonna show up.
Yeah, I thought that the problem was going to be the Eagles' defense. I didn't think the offense would be this bad.
That's the 18th week in a row that someone's jumped over one of our defenders. Happens every week. The only time I see a grown man jump over another grown man is when a receiver or running back jumps over a Philadelphia Eagles defender. Just jumped over you, bro.
Yeah, but
in your mouth.
Already stopped him. Oof. He's lucky he didn't get hurt.
He's indestructible. DK Metcalf's indestructible.
You know, who used to do that all the time back in the day. Jim Brown. That was his call of fame, just jumping right over. But Jim Brown would jump over you when you were standing straight up.
I mean, now you need another stop here.
Is that not intentional grounding? Where's the receiver?
But you can throw it out of the back of the end zone. It's not. It's just a whole proxy. All right, let's do early leans, Brad. Way too early preview of next weekend's college. I don't even care about college football anymore because college football is a joke. Everything gets canceled because of COVID. But
my boy Penix is out for the season.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah. By the way, how did you like Rutgers this past week?
Did they win? I don't really know what happened on Saturday.
Yeah, they were down 23-13 at half.
Oh, there you go. You got the intentional grounding. We got our intentional grounding call.
Oh, there you go. I mean, come on. He's done it 3 times and he finally gets called on. He finally got called on it. I mean, how many freaking times are you going to get away with it?
I mean, he's in the tackle box. It
He's
should.
standing in the middle of the field. There's nobody. I mean, come on. How could you even argue? I'm rooting for you, Pete, but you got no argument there. Just shut up before they give you an unsportsmanly penalty. Just shut up.
That'd be another makeup. All right, we got to go. I'm just going to highlight the good ones.
Okay.
Here, because we're running out of time, and we'll let the other boys come on because maybe if we change it up here at A2D Radio, maybe that'll spark the football team, and then maybe Jalen Hurts can come in and he can spark the Eagles. So we got.
I don't think you're going to see him till the second half. Just a opinion. Here's a big run. Oh, don't let him get to the 1. Don't let him get in. Is that a fumble? No, I guess not. So you let
16-yard run after the intentional grounding.
You let him run the ball in. Wow. This is Giant-like, you guys. Now you know what it's like to root for the Giants. This is the kind of shit the Giants used to do. Except in the last 3 weeks.
Nickel Roby-Coleman, I mean, he can take a hike as far as I'm concerned after that effort. He gets totally taken out of play by Tyler Lockett. There's Avonte Maddox, another gem on his back.
Wow.
You can't not put Jalen Hurts in now. Like 6 minutes to go in the half. You desperately need to get something going here where you're going to get run out of the building. Like, you need to put Jalen Hurts in this football game right now.
Yeah. I mean, even if he can get them a field goal, just to get a score and give them a little spark before halftime, I would agree with you. I think now might be the time to make the move. I mean, I don't think it's a panic move to do it now. But let's get back to the leans, Rob.
I'm just going to highlight a couple. One, like I don't really see the point in talking about the Bengals and the Dolphins. Both those teams stink. The Bengals, the Dolphins' cup of tea is over.
The Dolphins destroy the Bengals. So.
The clocks turn midnight. Their coach has turned into a pumpkin. They're not going anywhere.
Who, the Dolphins?
Yeah.
They just won yesterday.
Yeah, but cool against the Jets.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying they were able to rally back and get the win back.
I think their loss to Denver told me everything I needed to know about that football team chances when it comes to January. All due respect, they're favored by 11 against the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't think the Dolphins are good enough. I don't think Tua is explosive enough yet for them to be given 11 points to anybody.
No, they're not. They're not. The Bengals quarterback wasn't that bad yesterday.
Brandon Allen, he's at least played in the league before.
Yeah, he was getting, he was under siege most of that game.
All right, and then moving on, we got the Browns traveling to Tennessee in the loaded AFC, according to some. Titans are 5.5-point home favorites. I gotta like the Titans here.
I love the Titans. Big. I could see that being like a 24-6 game.
Detroit and Chicago. I'm skipping that. I don't care about that game. Indianapolis and Houston. Houston's a 3-point road favorite. Indianapolis is a 3-point road favorite. Will Fuller suspended for 6 games for substance abuse today. I guess the Colts. I like home dogs though. I don't know. That game doesn't do anything.
Houston has been better lately.
Jacksonville and Minnesota. Who cares about that game? Vegas should bounce back against the Jets, right? In New York, laying 8.
Yeah, Vegas is gonna.
I don't know how they lost. They lost a supposed good football team like that, loses 43-6 to the Atlanta Falcons, who stink. I mean, Gruden must have had a coronary on the sidelines during that game.
Well, that's one. I think every team in the league just about seems to have one of those games. I mean, the Bills had one like that against Tennessee where they lost by like 30. It seems like every good team, other than the 2 elite teams in the AFC.
Tennessee is good.
Yeah, I know.
The Falcons are not.
No, I know. That's
I get it. You're not going to go undefeated, and you're a West Coast team playing at 1. Falcons are a home dog. All that jazz is working against you.
And they're an NFC team, so they may not.
43-6.
Yeah, that's bad.
Awful.
Yeah,
good one. The NFC West next week. The Rams travel to Arizona. Rams are actually favored in this football game by 2.5. Arizona's a home dog in here.
Well, the Rams have owned Arizona. That's why.
I can't figure out the Rams for the life of me.
They're a very strange team. They've had their problems against San Francisco.
Well, why is that whistle blown? He's not wrapped up at all.
Wait, did they blow that play dead because of a penalty, or?
He's not wrapped up at all. He's bottled up. Wow, that's a dead ball. That's a sack.
Wow.
I mean,
you guys are not getting the benefit of the calls. That's for sure. There you go. There's a first down.
Now go. Now hurry up and go.
There you go. That's what he needs to do. Carson just has to be more aggressive.
I mean, that's really it in terms of the big games next week. Not much going on.
Well, you got the Giants in Seattle.
7.5-point favorites opening up for the Giants. I mean, all due respect to the Giants and their defense, if Colt McCoy is starting quarterback.
Yeah, I would have to see who's playing quarterback before I think.
You told me that Jones is going to miss time.
I think he is. I'll tell you what. If I'm the Giants, I would be making a phone call to Drew Stanton. You remember him?
Drew Stanton. You're calling Drew Stanton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're going to need.
He's been forgotten for a reason.
They're going to need a backup quarterback. Okay.
Who's the third string guy?
Some guy in the practice squad who's never played it down in the NFL, or the guy on Pittsburgh that played last year before when Roethlisberger got hurt. I can't remember his name. I was reading up on this. He's supposedly they really like him as a backup just in case McCoy can't handle it, because they're saying he played in big games last year and at least he's played against professional teams. So that was a terrible pass, by the way.
He just missed that throw by a mile.
Yeah, that was a terrible pass.
All you got to do is bury it in his chest.
But he didn't have. But here's the thing, Rob. He didn't have to zip the ball in like that. He could have floated it and let the guy run under it. It just seems like Carson. He just seems all fouled up. It's like a baseball.
Oh, I mean, he's got it. He's throwing outside. He got to put some zip on that ball. That's not fair.
Well, yeah, but if you throw the ball over his head a little bit and lead him, he can run right into it.
Whoa. A bubble screen to someone other than Greg Ward? Holy smoke, they're really opening the playbook now. Now it's 3rd and short. You need to get this.
Well,
you have two downs to get this. You have 2 downs
Rob,
to get 2 yards.
You need a touchdown on this drive. Not a field goal.
Brad, you got to start. My point is you got to start by picking up the first down. You're 2 for 26 in the last 3 games.
Okay.
On 3rd down, 7.7 yards.
You're trying the same play, and
Give us a spot. Give us a fucking spot one time. Fucking jabron refs.
I thought he was a little short, but
God forbid we get a spot.
They gave it to him.
So now we're 3 for 27. Nice.
Tell you what, that was all effort by whoever caught the ball for the Eagles.
And we're gonna take it halftime. We're gonna turn it over to our comrades for some second half stuff. Come on, Miles! You gotta be kidding me! Come on! You're in a rhythm for the first time all fucking game, and this guy who all he wants to do is bark his mouth drops the ball. He's wide open. I'm so sick of this guy. I'm so sick of this guy, Miles Sanders.
Wait a second. Hang on.
All bark, no bite.
Defensive.
I don't care about the flag.
Yeah, you just got a first down.
Okay, that's fine and dandy, and that's great that they got a penalty finally called against Seattle. But how about catch the ball? Catch the ball. Make a play after the catch. Decline the penalty. Because the result of the play is greater than that of the flag. But Miles Sanders can't seem to get it through his head that when the Brown thing is getting zinged at you, you're supposed to catch it. Now they're throwing the ball. Throw it away. Get out of the pocket and throw it away. Get it back to the line of scrimmage. You didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be intentional grounding. I believe I have that rule correct.
Yeah. No, there's no flag.
Maybe he got outside the tackle box.
If he got outside the pocket, then he's okay. Let's see.
This is not the
Yeah, he's outside the pocket. If you're outside the pocket, you're fine.
I mean, that's a really good effort by Carson Wentz, because that's not his fault.
Carson Wentz.
But you see how that drops snowballs?
Yeah.
A basic play by what's supposed to be a good player in Miles. I'm so sick of Miles Sanders. He fucking blows. I don't want to hear about his yards per carry, and Doug doesn't use him enough. Maybe Doug would use him more if he would catch the ball. I mean, good God. Like, this is why he's a second-round player, not a first-round player. This is why he's a top 15 back and not a top 10 back.
We talked about this before. He has hands of stone. See, now you got a nice run here, and now you have a very manageable 3rd down. And give Carson Wentz a lot of credit on this play, because you know what, he saved them 15 to 20 yards here, just by being able to get to keep his head and throw the ball away.
You think Doug said to Carson, like, "Yo, you got to go do something, or you're sitting down"?
Yeah, probably. I think.
Or is that something? Is that better left unsaid?
Well, I think he probably gave him a little kick in the ass. I don't think there's any doubt about that. As I said, this is a big drive for the Eagles, so they got to get a touchdown. A field goal would be okay.
I can't believe Miles just dropped that ball again. Like, what is his problem?
Well,
I know the fan base like wants to ooh and ah and gush over him, but the guy's not that good. He's really not. Like, I understand he makes some splash plays at times, but I need you to make the basic plays like that. Then we can talk about you stepping up and making the splash plays. This guy struggles to make basic plays. I don't understand it. And then people want to tell me, oh, you can't trade Miles Sanders in a deal for DeAndre Hopkins.
Why?
Excuse me? Why not? Huh? What?
Why? Do that. I would do that.
Why?
A receiver for an average, maybe slightly above average running back. And I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt about being slightly above average because personally, I like my receivers to be able to catch the ball, and he does not do that very well.
Like he fumbles. He doesn't run north and south. Like he's impatient. It's a crying shame, really, because like he has the tools to be a good running back, but he's just not.
Not yet.
And I hate him. I hate Miles Sanders. I think he's the most overrated player, not only on the Eagles but in the entire NFL. Like I think the fact that he's been the third leading rusher in the league at some points in this season is an absolute joke and a travesty to rushing stats everywhere.
Yeah,
guy stinks.
I mean, I would agree. I'm not sold on him at all. At all.
Maybe you do that. Maybe we'll see what happens here. If the Eagles get a touchdown here, is it still Hurts time in the second half?
No, absolutely not. If Carson drives him in for a touchdown, then no. But because you don't want to, but if they screw this up and don't score, you might see it in the second.
What if they get 3?
I mean, boy, it's kind of then Carson may have bought himself a couple of drives in the third quarter. Let's see what he does here. I mean, I think if he gets a touchdown, he's going to play.
Great play call. That's not. I mean, that's just Carson saw there was no one in the middle of the field and he just ran. That's when Carson's at his best. Like this isn't a designed run.
No, he just saw it and said, "I'm getting the first down right now."
What I say, Brad? What I needed him to do tonight: run around a little bit. Open some things.
His legs have been crucial on this drive.
Well, I think it's finally sunk into him. It appears to me that it's finally sunk into him that
you got to run.
He might get benched. I don't know why. I don't know like what. But I mean, he's playing with a sense of urgency here that I haven't seen in 3 months.
Well,
12.
He's playing with some reckless abandon, no doubt.
That's fine. Throw it away. It's not there.
He never gets open either. It's so mind-boggling.
I'm going with the committee.
Yeah, blame him for that. What do you think? Hurts was going to make a play on that?
Regardless, the play's not there. It's 3rd and 4, and now you gotta huddle back up and make a new play. What I am doing in this second half because I'm so sick of Miles Sanders and his stupid bullshit. Maybe he's got to go watch for a half. Let Boston Scott and Corey Clement play.
If I'm Seattle,
I'm so sick of Miles Sanders.
I'm putting a spy on Carson Wentz if I'm Seattle this play. There you go. Sanders gets the first down.
I still hate him. That was a good run, but I still hate him.
Oh, as I said, you guys have to get a touchdown on this drive. There is no turning back now.
Like, why can't he just do that? Authoritative, north-south running, quick decisions. Instead, he has to pussyfoot around, drop the ball, fumble the ball. Like, I don't get it. Pick a hole and go.
He's got single man coverage on the left side. He goes right, and no. Denied. 17 seconds. So basically, tell you what, Doug's done a good job with the time management on this drive. That's for sure. You can call it right now. You can either call a run or a pass.
You have one timeout yet. Left. The playbook is yours.
Yep, you still have your whole playbook right now. You're inside the 5-yard line. I'm just wondering if the Eagles maybe try to spread them out into a quarterback draw. Or do you think they'll be looking for that at this point?
I mean,
seems to be one of their more effective plays. Or
if
maybe
I'm the Seahawks, I'm blitzing.
Well, they look like they're going to do that.
Yes. Dallas Goedert. There you go. All right, so does that? So
Yeah,
it's Carson. It's Carson in the third quarter then?
Absolutely. He just earned another quarter of football.
Tom, I don't know if you're behind the scenes there. Are you going with Carson now in the third quarter after that drive?
Absolutely. After that drive, he did everything I wanted him to do all year long. Run around. Like, how many drives did he extend? How many plays did he extend with his feet? There's another one. There's another play extended with your feet right there, right? I mean, the 2 first downs he ran for, right? He missed that? I can't.
Oh.
He's so bad. Jake Elliott is so bad.
Boy.
$8 million dead cap hit if you cut him. Brutal. How do you extend a guy who's not even – how do you give a guy a $21 million contract extension who's not even a top 10 kicker in the league? It's Justin Tucker and it's everybody else. You pay Justin Tucker because he's a stud. Like, not even Justin Tucker doesn't miss kicks. Not only does he not miss kicks, his kicks don't even leave the middle of the uprights.
No, that guy is ridiculous how good he is.
It's not. It's like oh man, that guy, he almost missed that one. He missed it. Like, it's now. Oh, there's another one. Justin Tucker. Oh, 55 yards right down the middle. 25 yards right down the middle. Extra points right down the middle. It's not like, oh, that one went left center. That one went right center. That one barely made it over the upright.
It's going to be up to the Eagles defense to stop them when they get the ball in the second half on the.
I mean, that's brutal. You do everything right. Carson does everything right, and this jabron misses.
And then everybody wonders why Doug always goes for 2 all the
time. That's probably one of the smartest things you've probably ever said.
Just I see that, and it's like,
look, the 2 point stuff. I don't like it when he's just doing it just to do it. You know, like, if you're down 10 and you score a touchdown, you kick it. You kick for 1 and you're down by 3.
Yeah, but if this guy's going to start missing extra points,
he's been missing extra points for years. I don't know. Maybe that's why he does go for 2 all the time. Okay, they're gonna knee it.
Yeah, well,
14-6 halftime. You underbetters out there like me are looking good. Eagles 5.5, 6, depending on your book. You're alive with that touchdown. You're alive. I think Carson Wentz has bought himself
huge touchdown.
I think Carson Wentz has bought himself at least another quarter of football, if not the entire game, based on that drive.
Well, let's see.
But anyway,
let's see. That was, what they. I think that finally they saw something. You know what? Wentz to me didn't look like he had any confidence at all. And after he ran the ball and got that first down, it just seems like all of a sudden. The air went back into the balloon, and he looked like a much more confident quarterback. Let's see what happens in the second half. Seattle's defense is not that good, guys. Just
they can be had, but
they've given up a lot of points this year. What did we say? I thought it was
287. Tom looked it up.
I said 280, so I was close. 287. That in 10 games, that's 28 points a game. Okay, so I mean, is it asking too much to score 24 points at least?
It might be for this team. Hopefully not. Hopefully that can spark them. Brad, we got to check out.
Okay.
Start of the fourth quarter. Boys will be back on. Tom, led by a whole new cast of characters. Fourth quarter reactions, post-game show. Hopefully we're talking about a victory or at least a valiant effort at least. Like, don't just roll over.
We'll be back live at 10:30, whole new crew, and we'll take you to the end of the game and give you some post-game love. And, hopefully we're talking about a motivated football team coming out of half. But I'll tell you one thing. A microcosm of this entire season is that Jake Elliott missed extra point. Like, anytime the balloon can come out of a team, they take the balloon out of themselves. Every time you want to just pop the balloon, somebody else on this team pops it. Somebody always pops the damn balloon, and I'm sick of it. I mean, you can't lose momentum there. You just took momentum going into the half, and then you lose it by that jabroni who's getting overpaid. It's another indictment on this general manager who's atrocious. How's everybody's T-shirts looking for Fulgham? Stinks. That's why he's a practice squad cat. He stinks. Can't get open. Little tape on a guy, can't get open. Try telling you little football IQers how it works. All right? This isn't a feel-good story league. All right? This isn't a feel-good story league. This isn't I want to bring everybody home to mommy and daddy. This is a league that's built on what have you done for me lately? Okay? What have you done for
Not
me
much.
lately? Not
much. Stinks. Anyway, thank you to everyone who commented. Thank you to everyone who shared. Thank you to our sponsors, Ambuck Services, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, Philly Drinkers. Check out the A2D radio collection for the holiday season, phillydrinkers.com.
25% off, Robbie.
There you go, 25% off.
Guys, thanks for having me for a little bit. I know.
Yeah, absolutely. Doors always open.
Not my show, so I don't like to, I like to check out sometimes and, not
you're the marathon man.
Yeah, I'm about to go again.
You gotta. Plus, like, I can't be amped on the air as much as you are without having a coronary. Like, I can't be on the air this whole game.
I don't know.
Like, I'm gonna finally sit down, relax, and watch the second half, and then something's gonna happen in this game, whether it's positive or negative, that's gonna make me explode.
Come on.
And
I'll send you the link. We'll be on. Come on and join. And listen, that's what's great about it. Even if we do lose, what's great about us here is you come in, sit on the couch, and get it all out. And nothing feels better after a loss than yelling and screaming. I've learned that. Losses used to bother me for a week. I'm done with them by Monday afternoon now because I just get it all out. You know what I mean? Or usually Monday afternoon on Sundays, right? Now
you're just not used to it, Tom.
What are you talking about? We're not used to it. We never win jack shit.
Over the last three,
except for one time.
Over the last 3 years, I've gotten used to it. But winning these last 3 weeks, it just feels so much better. It just does. But you know what? We got to play these guys next week. We're not winning next week. So,
good luck.
If Colt McCoy is quarterbacking, we have very small chance if Daniel Jones is quarterbacking. Colt McCoy.
No chance to dance with Colt McCoy, Brad. Anyway, thanks, everyone. Check back at 10:30. Fourth quarter, post-game. Brad, Rob, Tom, shout out to Frank for producing. We'll see you next Monday, everyone.